Right, the recording started. We can start the Q&A.
Has the recording started?
Yes, the recording has started. I just said
Hey,
that.
Shu, is the recording started?
I'm gonna fucking hate all of yous.
Hey, Stu.
I'm gonna hate you.
I don't see the little red light. Are you sure the recording started?
Mm.
I don't know, we should try turning it off and on again.
Has the recording restarted?
I don't see it blinking.
Okay.
Is it in 4K ray trace footage?
Oh, so, Nevermore, if you can do me a solid, the questions that you asked and all that stuff, can you post them in the Q&A so that way we can, go back to them later on?
Sure thing.
Thank you.
How long is the leader on this
tape?
tape?
In general or?
No, there's...
the actual Q&A,
yeah.
right above general chat.
Yeah.
Like right above general VC, there's a little Q&A tab. That's right there. Pressing them.
True. I don't see roll for PC on that.
You fucking...
I
There
don't
is.
see it. I only see VC text and music.
They don't see it, dude. You didn't put it in.
Yeah, like, look.
Groovy, Groovy 2, Protection, Dino, Tactical, Collaborator, Project Developer, Lead, Tech Support. Yeah, they're not on there. There you go.
Fucking...
Galac-Tac 2 just in case.
Fucking shit.
I'll write out the first question.
Get started. Just go ahead and proceed.
Yep. You can ask the freaking thing too, by the way. Whilst you're typing it in, if you like.
Happening in questions and answers.
So why'd you guys decide to make it?
Would you accept because as an answer?
That's
No,
that's
I
a
do
ghost
not.
question, unfortunately.
Actually,
that is a ghost question.
actually, no. Actually, no, that's not a good question. I can actually answer that question because it was actually because of me and Ghost. Me and Ghost sat down at the very beginning of when he made the Redux. He posted on his original saying if anyone was interested in doing texture work for it, to hit me up on Discord or even his Nexus page. And I basically, at the time, before quitting my role as texture artist, I at the time was doing all that stuff, and I hit him up, and one thing led to another, and I came up with the idea: what if we like made something more for this? Like, why not like make a faction that could be something that the Vault Dweller could join and stuff? And well, lo and behold, Galac-Tac Retribution was created.
Yeah, I think we all have some
Rebliel
sort of
cried more and more.
we all have some sort of connection. I've been using Galac-Tac in some sort of form for years now because there's the two previous versions, and they like scooped me up. Because I had always like, even if I was using other armor mods, I was still always using the Galac-Tac helmet.
Yeah,
And
it's iconic and it fits with Fallout. And there's nothing else like it.
Yeah, because I was just posting, I was making meshes because I don't know any CK stuff, but I can 3D model. So I was like, I want to make this stuff and I want it in the game, but I don't want to bother learning how to put it in, like, because I'd rather just make more art. And then I was just making a other mod, and then they messaged me and came over, and I was like, "Holy shit, yeah!"
Oh, Thomas, I saw your fucking post on Nexus, and I
Yeah,
thought, hey,
it's on the
this modeler.
Nexus. I was making all this other stuff, which we ended up reusing some of the assets I made for that original mod, like with the Enclave stuff.
I love the fact that prior to that, we were like, man, if we only had a 3D modeler, and then here I'm looking on Nexus, hey, there's this guy making shit, and he's like, I don't know how to put shit into
Yeah, because like I told you, like iCode put my Tachanka helmet in, but there was like big drama on the Discord server.
Blacktown was the person.
Yeah, he did the Tachanka helmet, but like I basically would just pop in every once in a while and be like, "Here's an asset," and it was that very often, and then the Discord devolved, and I was like, well, I got to find a new community. And then these guys were like, hey, do you want to work for your favorite mod? And I was like, yeah.
I feel like you're jerking these guys off. Thomas.
I don't know about this. It's my art, so
this is true.
It is his assets, and they're beautiful too. Like the models of the helmet and the armor go hand in hand with other stuff, so you could wear any of it in any combination.
Exactly. Oh, so fucking, I completely Jed, your question. It's like not Ghost. Jump has mentioned is under consideration, but it could eventually pop in at one of the phases that we have planned in the near future for this project.
We have a few Mandalorian stuff in mind, but we got to discuss how well it fits.
Exactly.
In the context of our mod, because we're not, as far as I know, we're not just a Star Wars mod. We're a very tactical mod, so some things just wouldn't fit in that environment at all.
Yeah.
Following my question, because this one actually, rolls into it. How did you guys decide on the story?
That okay, so
it started with a full bottle of vodka and ended with an empty one.
So he's not wrong.
Unfortunately, that's actually pretty much how the whole thing came up. We pretty much started up as you do with any community. You start up with a few people, and one thing led to another, and someone put out a bottle of vodka. We drank it, and the complete mess that you got right now is what you pretty much get with the whole bottle of vodka.
Some of it was moonshine.
It's a beautiful mess.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. It went from went from what is it? A few drinks to everyone laughing about stupid shit. Like we were making up stories in our heads that never actually made it to paper. Because we go back and go, oh, does that actually work? No, it doesn't work. But oh, this would be really, really cool. And just like the weird part about it is there's no like hierarchy. We all go in thinking the exact same thing. What are we going to do for the story? And then it would be like, okay, Ghost would bring something up that he wants to do for the main story, and then she would go, "Oh, you know what would be really cool if he did this," and then Jump would go do the same thing. Wolf would get on, I'd get on it. Thomas would come in and say, "I'm about to do a huge texture jump. Here's a bunch of shit I just made," and it was just fucked. And then you get Free, Luden, Maticus, everybody's showing up, and it's just been a creative shitstorm. But it all works.
Like that.
I hate to quote Todd Howard, but it literally all works because everyone comes up with something that just like it fits.
Exactly.
That's how the Enclave armor was made. That's how we made the Enclave armor. We were all just like, how do we make this work? Got into a group. There we go.
Exactly. Like there has been things that we have brought up in the past that we've collectively sat down and thought about it, and we talked about it, and some things have passed through and some things haven't passed through. Unfortunately, there are some things that we really can't talk about for future plans and stuff, but some of the things that we have planned for the future is because we just sat down and go, hey, what if this worked, and what if we did this and this and this? So
and it's been awesome because sometimes like we like to give you guys an idea, like Ghost does most of the scripting, so everything from the program and such he basically handles. So we always ask him, can we do this? And he'll look at it, squint at it, and he'll throw it away and say, no, it's a bad idea, I can't do it because of this. Or he'll be like, oh, that's interesting. Let me see if I can dabble into CK and find out if I can do it.
Yeah.
And
there are
kind of...
I get a question or two.
What's up, Free?
Oh, and at that point, I get a question or two. It's like, is this possible? It's like,
that's true. That is true. Like sometimes he'll go to, let's say, Free, or sometimes like recently we've been speaking with a Monkey as well to see if we can do certain things.
Yeah.
But it's been like if he gives us the green light, we go with it. So kind of like they mentioned about, let's say, the Enclave armor. Like literally, what was it? You just made it, Thomas, and we were like.
We were needing ideas for it and everything because Spades had got the Under Armour.
The Enclave armor, because that was kind of interesting. Because like, it was like Shu and Spade were trying to find a good armor set, and you made the helmet. I'm like, could we do that for the Enclave?
I just said let's make the Sword Trooper chest.
Yeah, I just made a random ass helmet for fun, and it was inspired a lot by the new trilogy, which I don't like the story, but I love the art design.
The Rogue One guy.
Yeah, and then there were well, it was a combination of the Death Troopers and the Sand Troopers, and they're like, we could transition this to an Enclave armor because we have this other asset for the clothes, and I was like, this could be cool. So
and if you look, you could see like all the thought we put into it. Like, there's no molly rubbing on it. You'll see there's Velcro. There's Velcro with the attachment points on it. We sit down and we talk about that stuff in depth. So like, it looks cool, but it also makes a little bit of sense.
Exactly. There's a lot of stuff that we literally have to sit down, we have to sort out, we have to like make sure things happen. Like, a lot of us were still learning everything. Like, Ghost has learnt pretty much majority of the stuff from the ground up, and along the way, we get very talented people that come in and help us. I know Monkey has helped me a lot with some of the things that I have planned for Phase 2 and onward, and with Ghost, he learnt scripting from the ground up, from other people plus videos, and it's been pretty much a crazy adventure to see how things can come alive. And there have been ideas that we had to throw away, and then next minute we learn how to do certain things, and then we bring that idea back, and then we try and actually make it alive.
Power armor.
And-
Power armor was a huge son of a bitch.
Oh, absolutely. Power armor
Oh,
was
yeah.
one of the first things we talked about in the very beginning of making this. We were like, what if we made our own power armor? And that got thrown straight out the window because none of us knew how to fucking do
Yeah, we didn't have
anything.
a fucking model or anything like that. We were like looking at like that Starship Trooper
Oh,
armor
yeah.
at one point, and we were like, "Can we make this work?" And it's like,
The
Yeah.
was
other
it-
issue
was
was
it-
like,
There was
we all
gonna be
learned about
power
it
armor.
later. It's like the power, like for you guys who might not know, like, and we learned from Ghost. It's like when a player enters power armor, they're no longer human. They're considered the race of power armor. So you're
Yeah.
not even being a human anymore. You're a completely different creature.
Yeah.
And that's what caused so many issues. And it was crazy because when Ghost was looking at how to set it up, we went to different power armor modders, and they were not sharing their secrets. He eventually figured it out himself, but it was a painful but a wonderful surprise.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, because our power armor looks so unique. It's so badass, and I say that because as a Fallout player, it's just fun to have that, especially in the style we have. It almost didn't happen, but because Ghost is such a badass at learning that stuff, we got it in, and so that stuff is just it's got a lot of intense meaning for us because that almost didn't make it, and it's one of the coolest parts I think
Yeah.
of the entire project.
Exactly. And before anyone freaks out and all that stuff, we do have plans on expanding on the power armor in the near future. It's gonna take some time, but it's one of the things that we want to do because we've always been like, for me personally, I don't wear power armor, but with the power armor that we currently got, it is something that could happen in the near future. I would love to see more expansions, especially the fact that I want to get rid of the Space Marine shoulder pads, Thomas. And yeah.
And
Yeah,
on
we also
top-
still have
No.
debates like that.
I was like, no.
Just
Now,
don't put jetpacks around us, and you'll be fine. You bring up jetpacks, the entire group's going to get into a fight.
And if you're kind of wondering more about like how we did the story and such, like for the most part, Ghost writes and we'll kind of put in our 2 cents. If he has suggestions, we'll write and do the things like. And I wasn't kidding earlier. It's like majority of us in the team are essentially writers, so we'll throw an idea or a pitch to him. If he likes it, he'll add it in, and we'll just clean it up and start making our own dialogue. But like we even spent because was it like midway into the summer of last year? We basically sat down for almost 4 hours just writing down our backstory. But it's like but a lot of it's like we do have, let's say, like a lower Bible that we try to connect ourselves, like our characters or faction, into the lore of Fallout the best we can. But we can't really discuss too much into it until future stuff, because that will be something that we'll mentioning in terminals, conversations, and such.
Yes.
Yeah, it's still a very huge WIP right now.
And the
There's still
reason
need more Bob for it.
Yeah, and the reason why we do this, like, we don't really explain a lot of the things to or give out secret, like, important things like, Phase 2 and onward, and is because we want to be able to give you guys that wow factor. And
Yes.
we see other Discords, that try and do things where you have to try and guess what these things are. We tried it, we hated it. But, like, we want our fans to be able to go to each of the locations that we provide them, or even just like the story that we give them, or quest, or whatever we decide to send the Vault Dweller to. And when they arrive to those places or they're on their journeys and they see things that are related to GT, they can just get that amazing wow factor. And that's why a lot of the stuff that we work on is kept under hush hush.
Could be said.
We also don't want to promise anything we can't do.
Exactly.
A lot of projects will promise something and then they won't be able to deliver. So we don't want to say anything that we're going to have to backtrack on later.
Exactly.
So it's not fair to us or the audience at that point.
Exactly.
Okay, now
Could be said that somebody would be very angry if we spilled the beans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Big time. Also, I have a question for Noble.
Yeah.
When are you going to get Wolf back for losing your shotgun?
There it is.
Here, come over here for a second. I want to have a conversation with you. I'll do the whole fucking hallway right now. You and me.
Sounded like a loaded question.
No, he's just messing.
but here's my first joke question.
Yep.
What is Thomas?
Beans.
A god of beans.
Potato.
Snake engine.
He exists. Thomas is Thomas. There you go.
Thomas
He's an
is-
anomalous bean entity from another dimension, but you never heard that from me.
He's beans.
I don't actually shoot bullets. Shoot beans.
And then now back onto one of the more interesting, serious questions. How far will you go into the future in the terms of the story?
Oh,
Like,
Oh, you mean in regards to like the DLC stuff that was released after the game?
DLC or even go to places that you create.
hang
Right
on.
now, the idea is
Hang on.
the idea is we don't want to leave any stone unturned. What that ends up encompassing is yet to be determined, but we do have a notion between us all that we want to go everywhere, and then other places as well.
Exactly.
So I don't want to give too much away, but we like I said, no stone unturned is the policy for the time being.
Exactly.
Some of those stones have crawdads under them.
Yeah.
New food item, crawdad boil. It's going to give you 8,000 health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Don't
did.
make me bring up fucking where Thomas got his fucking god hammer.
Mainly
What?
a meme.
He
Yeah.
built it out of Best Buy.
It's mainly a meme.
It's mainly a fucking meme.
Don't
Because-
worry about it.
Exactly.
To give you kind of an idea, because of how awesome Thomas has been with his texturing, his model making, and such, mostly like 90% of everything that he makes we put in.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like,
Yeah.
it's not even usually a question, but they like said 90%. There's been a few things that were cut that because the ghost basically didn't agree with it. There was too meme-ish.
Yeah, like the
Sorry.
crop top we were talking
I'm
about
still,
earlier. Yeah,
I'm
no.
still mad about that.
So if whoever sees, if you want the crop top, just let us know.
No.
We'll
No.
Yeah, if enough people bother Ghost about it, we will get crop top booty
We're not
shorts.
starting a fucking movement.
Ranger panties for every Mandalorian.
No.
Let's go.
No.
If you
no.
want a crop top, we will gladly point you to another mod
Hey,
that contains one.
Yep.
Asking Ghost that is literally like asking your dad after he said no earlier. He's just gonna look at you and say again, no.
You'll get sent to bed without supper.
Have you ever been looked at in a way where you understand that physical violence has been threatened to you without words? That's where you're getting if you go ask Ghost with that one again.
Yeah.
Thomas doesn't give a shit because Thomas is like, I mean, whatever, it doesn't matter. But if you guys, if I do it, the threat of physical violence will come forward. So it's gonna be a no, resounding
I like
no.
memes. If they
I know
are
you do.
too much work, I will put them in.
So, like with the hammer, for example, it's like Ghost just decided because it's supposed to be like Mjolnir's hammer or whatever, Thor's hammer. It's like let's make this thing OP as hell. That's really why he did it.
I
that's-
literally modeled it by myself because I wanted it to be on my character's kit, and then he was like, "We'll run with this crazy idea." 'Cause I wanted it to be a weapon, but I didn't really necessarily want it to be like a big part of the mod. Like I just wanted it to be a part of like my character's kit, and he's like, "No, we can do something funny with this." And I was like, "That's
Yes.
good."
Siggy, your question. Yes. We do plan eventually, if throughout the phases that we continue on, we do plan on adding new content for everyone throughout the phases. At the moment, go on.
Where you go? Sorry.
No, you go.
Oh, I was just gonna say the issue with weapons. The biggest issue with weapons is like we do have an animator, but right now he's rather under the weather, and we only have the one, and he's still kind of learning and such.
Yeah.
So the difficulty with weapons is that it just becomes, can we use other animations from other weapons or such? Like I posted it a while ago. There is like a new attachment set for the RU-556, but that's kind of like we are trying to do other things to essentially add more weapons if we can. It's just we're limited to the fact that we don't have what's the word? A strong animator, if that makes sense?
Yeah, exactly. Because with Fallout's mindset, animations are one of the major things with weapons and all that stuff. We can't really. Yeah, we can't really. I mean, we probably could, but for the ideas and the concept that we want to go for, we can't really rip the animations from vanilla Fallout, if you will, and then just throw it onto the weapons that we create, because a lot of the weapons we want to make are pretty much stuff that requires brand new animations from the ground up because of like I've lost my train of thought now.
Reanimation is still an imprecise science.
You mind if I chime in for a second?
Oh, well, yeah, sure.
So something that I learned recently when I was talking with Natty, after they posted the M16 mod that they just did, the updated one. One of the key issues that we're going to run into as far as either making animations or bringing weapons and armor to the Fallout body, the proportions of the body are not like scaled to an actual human. They're some weird scaling that Fallout did internally. Like the vanilla body itself is just weird to work with. So you have to kind of work inside of those boundaries, especially with the way the arms are. And I can confirm this because I talked with Natty about it. The key reason why you don't see the foregrip on the E3 variant of the M60 is because it's too far out on the actual weapon for the hand to actually reach it. Otherwise, the elbow will start to get like really janky and start bending in weird ways that it shouldn't, and will like physically hurt you.
Yeah.
When you look at it, it gets really fucky.
And to kind of give you an idea what he means by body too, and Thomas can tell you too, because we both looked at it's weird. For some reason, Bethesda made the human body to be, what was it, Thomas? The proportion of a superhero?
Yeah.
Before? I think that's what you said.
They're overly idealistic.
Fucking units. So first of all, the body proportions are heroic, which is a real term. Which is
That's
like
what it was.
you see like Superman or Batman, which that's fine. That doesn't matter. The problem is the fucking unit scale. The Bethesda's unit scale makes no sense. You import it to any 3D program, and it's either enormous or tiny, regardless of what unit you pick. So they have like a weird proprietary unit setup for CK.
I'll measure in hours.
And it's a nightmare because you end up either modeling a human that's the size of an action figure or a like mountain the size of a like 40K miniature. That's what you get. There's no middle ground. I'm not going to get into it because it'll be a 2-hour talk, but just know that proportions and numbers are weird when it comes to all this.
We can definitely say, since we're still with Siggy's question, like we're still adding new attachments and customization stuff to the armor.
Exactly.
Yes, and I have some ideas that I'll be working up later too. I'm not going to say what they are because I don't want to screw with it, but you know what it is. Why are you saying you?
You don't know. He's always happy about this stuff.
You're the only person that I've talked to about this. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Because I worked a lot more on the mod stuff, adding in things because my real job wasn't modeling, so my free time was modeling. So now it's a little worse because I have an actual job doing that. So when I come home, I don't want to keep doing it. So it's a little bit slower, but I still want to make assets and stuff. So we'll be adding more things.
Exactly.
Number 4.
Forza Grand. Yes.
Let's see.
Nevermore, your question number 4. Do we plan on expanding the rosters of characters? Yes, we are planning on bringing more characters stuff
Yeah,
in.
Expand the
just
lore.
I
Yeah.
just want to expand on that question
Mandalorian?
personally.
Yep.
That question was made in the first day you announced the thing. So this was way before Spades even started his little hype train program to show
Yes.
himself off.
Yes. Yeah, we do want to add more characters, even pre-existing characters. Like, it's been no secret that I've been dropping hints about it and stuff. But eventually, either in phase 2 or maybe even phase 4, my character will become eventually a full-on companion. I'm not going to tell you how he's going to become a companion because we haven't even fucking worked on it. But
You have to have sex with him. There you go.
absolutely, 100%.
You gotta drop spoilers like that now.
But yes, my character.
That's it. The sex.
Yeah, the reason to the fact that my character was even a consideration to becoming a companion is because everyone kept asking about it. A lot of people would DM me questions about, like, when are you going to become a companion? Why don't we have the angry Aussie coming in? Or as Mr. Warpope over here keeps coming into the voice chat saying his famous line, Pope.
How's it going, angry man?
Exactly.
Here
We
are the supplies you asked for.
Thank you. Yes, a lot of the things that we have planned in the near future, we'll be adding lots of stuff. New people coming in. Now, whether or not these new people will be followers or just random people that you talk to or whatever, we don't know. But expanding the roster is something that we want to do for the future to make sense on a lot of other things.
Mm-hmm.
And Jed, your question: will you continue using the RU556 as a base for GT, or will there be a possibility of migrating into newer, high-quality platforms such as the MK18, referencing the blah blah blah? Yes, eventually, one day.
Well, let me answer that because it's
Yeah.
more. That seems more Ghost's question, and the way kind of Ghost put it. The reason why we picked the RU556 platform was that at the time, and I would say still now, a good portion of the Fallout community for modding uses that weapon.
Yeah.
Like, it's a go-to. Like, it is usually in most people's load order. So that's why we decided to pick it.
And plus,
go ahead.
Yeah, plus the animations for there are a lot universal for a lot of guns that are coming out for Fallout, because it uses pretty much the same animations for a lot
It's
of
an AR.
Exactly.
AR platform.
Exactly, and a lot of the high quality, such as the MK18, I'm pretty sure, uses
And that MX1 that Ghost loves since he
Yeah.
did that project thing.
Oh yes, he did. A lot of the animations are from the RU556. Now some of them have different animation.
Let me correct something there. Sorry, the animations on the Mark 18 that they're talking about, not from the RI556.
Oh, they're not. Okay, oh, sorry about that. But yes, the RU556 will probably be in GT for a while until Ghost says we can fuck it off, which will probably never happen.
Foreseeable future. For this foreseeable future, because it's kind of the staple of the guard at this point.
Exactly.
Shit, we can get real crazy and just use them both.
Well, that is a possibility. Plus, with the RU556, it's more usable too because of Ghost's other project, which is the RU556 project, which we also use
Armory,
yeah, the
The
Armory
MCX.
Yeah.
The MCX as well.
Yeah.
That's the one that I use religiously. So
Exactly. Never
It's a
mind.
lot of the. I guess the other things that it's just. It also depends if the mod authors even let us use it. Like that one was very kind enough to let us use it for our mod.
Exactly.
Use what? Sorry, I just got back.
No, you're
The
fine.
RU556.
Yeah.
We can't quite answer 5.
Yeah, 5 is a question that we cannot answer at this point in time due to the fact that it ties in with 2 and 3 and 4.
Stay tuned. That's all we're gonna say. Is stay tuned.
Exactly.
No beans spilled at the moment.
I don't think I can
Not yet.
This you can answer this one either, but I'll post it.
We can't answer that either. Like all we can say is he originated from Canada, but we cannot spill anything because that is something that he has to answer himself.
So
You'll find out a
actually
lot as we
everybody-
go forward.
Hold on. So for everybody here, all right, that plays the mod, not a part of the team, because everybody in the team pretty much knows this part. We already know more or less the backstory lore for most of our characters. I say most because there's still some that are in development, some stuff we still need to create. But for the most part, we know this stuff. What we're trying to do to keep your interest up is not info dump you with just a bunch of terminals and crap. We want to write this stuff slowly but surely into the dialogue so you hear it from our characters. On top of that, it's almost like kind of like an inside joke where you're going to hear Noble make a comment about, about Shu or about Wolf or something like that while you're doing a mission, because you'll take that in more often than not a hell of a lot more than you would going, oh, look, I've got 99 terminal entries to read through. Now, I'm sorry. Myself, I couldn't do it. There are some people that are religiously able to sit down and read all that stuff and love it, and that's great. I'm absolutely all for it. But 90% of Fallout's players are not going to do that. Exactly. And we want everyone to be able to enjoy the lore that we've created, because I'll tell you, we made a fucking map with pictures and colors and tapes and lines and shit with dates. Oh, I do. Don't get me wrong. I had fun making it with you. But we have a lot more about our characters than you guys realize. And as our add-ons and our DLC updates come out, we have a lot planned. Let's just go with that. And the stories that we have created, we hope you enjoy.
I couldn't have said it better than myself, Spades. Exactly what Spades said. I'm one of the people who, if I see something about anything on a terminal, I'll fucking forget about it. I'll just go, oh yeah, cool, whatever. Unless I have to sit there and read it for a quest or whatever. But I'm one of the people that would see anything about lore-wise or anything and just ignore it. Half the time I got the other guys talking about stuff and I'm going, what? And they out there explain to me and stuff.
You're right, and it's like we definitely tried to like, I guess, minimize it so it's not like a book like some of the terminals in vanilla are. Like, I know we have our terminal. There's a lot in there, but we tried to make into small chunks. So it's like, oh, I can read chapter 3, 4. It's not chapters, but you get the entry 3, 4, and 5, and go from there. If anyone's read that, but you're right. It's like we try to make it so it's not too crazy, you could say.
Exactly, and
you go.
Go on.
I was just gonna say, like, one kind of unique thing, because I know most people know that my character is rather chatty. It was not an intention. It was more of we were testing.
Yeah.
Because for example. Well, besides that, I can get to that because there's a question in a minute. But like
wasn't it the engine that created your character to like favor some of the sentences other than like the ones that were randomized?
It was so stupid. But what I was gonna say is like the testing thing. Like, if you take my character to like the Pridwin, I'll mention some lore dump that most people know from Fallout. So it's like we're definitely trying to use the characters to, like, if they're in an X location, they might comment something about their past, etc. Yeah. But what Spade's mentioning about the Death Claw Stake. So to give you guys an idea of that line, with one thing that we all love about Ghost is, and this actually helps him a lot with the writing too. When I joined to be a voice actor as well as help with asset implementation. And he provided my lines, and I asked him, can I change these? Because they were kind of bland. He goes, yeah, sure. You have free range. I'm like, okay. So all he told me was my character was noble, and he's a CQB specialist. I'm like, I can work with this, and went on. The line for that MRE, all it was, I hate MREs. I edited it to, I hate MREs, and, well, the meme line that we all know now. The thing that was weird, when he implemented the line in, I had other idle lines that all you've heard before. When we started testing, we were like, this is fucking annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. A lot of the things that we have implemented too, we were still learning a lot of the stuff. Like,
and that line was also annoying because it's like Spade mentioned, like there's something going on in the scripting where he can put like an if or statement or something and make it randomized to what my character said. But whatever he did, no matter where he put that line, that's always the first one that pops in. Like it's supposed to be like every hour I start my lines again or some shit like that. But that line would come up. So 3 days before we released, I told Ghost we need to fix this. We need to fucking fix this because I'm getting annoyed with the line. He set up the thing where the character eats a death claw steak, or if he has it in the inventory, he shuts up about it. And that's kind of where that came from. So that was not like something to put in as a feature. That was just something to shut me up.
yeah, unfortunately, a lot of things were issues, and he went to go BRB to feed the dogs. So, if anyone has any other questions, feel free to drop them in.
You also, if you have any specific questions you want a specific developer to answer, by all means, put the name in first, and then ask the question.
Exactly.
Like if you want to know like which one of us does what or how we joined.
I know,
sort of
I know Nevermore's got a question for that somewhere. And he's 30 odd questions and stuff.
So that's actually me. I gotta get running. Got some adulting to do, but that was fun. I hope everyone enjoys what we've got so far.
Yeah, you have a good one, Luden.
See you later, Luden.
We'll,
Bye.
See ya.
we'll have the video up later.
Sounds good. See you all star side.
Yeah. I love that song.
Well, as we were fitting down range, we'll leave it at that.
Monkey, are you saying something?
No, that's his TV.
Oh, okay.
I was getting confused. I thought he was legitimately asking you a question. I'm like, I
was trying to listen in, and you guys kept talking. I think he was talking about Shark Week there for a second.
I think so.
Oh, here comes Siggy.
Oh, Siggy inbound. Oh.
As soon as we call out Monkey, now he went quiet.
He's typing. Speak of the devil, he's typing.
We already heard your voice for Monkey. You're not shy.
Well, something goes to pop in by now too, though.
Yeah,
He's probably
give him. Yeah, he's probably putting his shit away.
Who's putting stuff away?
Had mic on, watching big game mode.
You're fine, bro.
Oh, no. Just run.
No worries, buddy.
All good, bro.
No worries.
I have a question for you, Wolf.
Here we go.
Siggy.
I have an answer.
Yes. Just 1 second.
What were you thinking?
1 second. Okay, go ahead.
What the hell were you thinking when you lost Noble's shotgun?
There's that question.
I wasn't thinking about it. I was thinking more, what the fuck just happened when I fucking lost it. That's what I can say.
Siggy, to answer your question on that, yes. That's all I'm going to say is yes.
Yeah, Wolf losing the shotgun was not an accident.
It was also not technically on purpose. It was a forced thing. But anyways, Siggy, just give you a heads up. I pray that you guys enjoy what we have coming towards you in the way of those mini quests for characters, because we had fun.
Yeah,
we had lots of fun.
Worry. Yeah, the shotgun is the least of your all's worry.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's some. Ooh, and the crazy part is never mind.
Yes, shut up.
You'll find out yourself.
Yeah.
But all I have to say is, if you want to understand the depravity of our brains, you will when these things come out.
Yeah.
I'll put it to you like this.
Be careful what you wish for.
Y'all gave it to Easel. We just dug into the deepest of brains that we can't really show in public and just basically threw it on the Easel.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, Siggy, I'll put it this way. We don't miss a single tick on the spectrum. There is stuff that is funny, there is stuff that is serious, and there is stuff where just guts are everywhere. So you will enjoy what comes your way. I'm hoping, I'm praying.
Oh, yeah.
But we put a lot of effort into it. The missions themselves that we have worked on as a group are fantastic, at least in my mindset. I'm hoping you guys feel the same, but it is definitely diverse in a way where it follows the lore of the characters and allows you to learn a little bit more about them.
Exactly.
Yeah, this next big update that we currently have planned is something that we all have been wanting to see come to fruition.
Yeah. And just for the recording, I forgot to mention, will there be characters mini quests ever in the future, X vanilla followers and stuff? The answer was yes. But yeah. Any other questions?
Come on. We're gonna start picking volunteers. If you don't fucking answer now.
Volunteer.
What question you got more, Ziggy? Assuming that yes was if you got any more questions.
Type faster.
Yes, type faster, or even just use your voice.
It's a whip sound. Worthy be a Toyota hammer.
Baby Yoda.
I know Rose will probably love that. You know how much she fucking hates Baby Yoda. She wants to punt him.
I am not opposed to making multiple hammers.
Of course you're not opposed to making multiple fucking hammers, Thomas.
Okay, I'm putting in a request right now. Thomas, we need a Toyota Technical.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
We can't make vehicles. The thing is with Toyota Hammer, we already have Yoda and we have my hammer. It's very easy to take the handle from one and stick it into the other.
Still not a Toyota Hilux.
Now, are we talking PG or are we talking otherwise?
Flare Toyota replacer. You know what we could do? We could do a broken down one and say clearly it was a factory remake.
Oh fuck! Why don't we just tie it to the grill of the Tiger? There you go, or one of them.
Hold on a minute.
Hey,
There you go.
That's a wolf right there. Tie this shit to the fucking grill.
There will be a Toyota hammer, but it only smashes frogs.
I'll be right back.
Take your time.
50% extra damage to gulpers.
Oh god.
Sure damage to gophers in first world countries, apparently.
Oh wait, I guess it would have to smash eggs too.
Yeah.
Yeah. There
There
you
you
go.
go.
Against Mirelurk eggs and fucking gulpers. There you go, folks.
Does extra damage to amphibian life forms.
Siggy, the best way to answer that question is if you can kill it, then yes.
Yeah, unfortunately we can't talk
Take
more
it again.
on that due to the fact
Yeah.
that it's something that is interfering with phase 3? Maybe? I can't remember. But yes, we can't answer that. We can't really elaborate on that, unfortunately, but
We can't really speak to future story shit.
exactly.
Anything is possible.
Anything indeed is possible.
If it can die, yes.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
If it can't, well, we'll make it bleed.
Exactly.
Quick, go for the veins. I'll go for the artery.
I'll go for the beer.
Yes.
God, yes.
Fuck!
We need someone to make like a cartoon. Everyone's fighting a death claw. Freeze walking over to the fucking mini fridge, grabbing a beer. You got it, guys. I'm managing today.
Oh, funny enough, I was actually
Supervised.
Okay, I'm back.
welcome back.
Oh, he's okay.
Funny enough, I
Can
was
we
actually
talk about that particular character yet?
Oh god, no. Go ahead, Shu. Hey, Shu's got something.
yeah. Funny enough, I was actually talking to one of my friends who does the Source film program thingy bob stuff. And he's in ties with the what's his name on YouTube? He does all those Star Wars videos. Fuck, I can't remember what his YouTube's called, but I'll just grab it real
Is
quick.
it like Source Filmmaker?
Yeah, Source Filmmaker, that's it. But like, he came up to me and said, "You should totally like legit make like your own like TV show with just all you guys making your own like videos and all that stuff. Well, not videos, but like using our voices.
Machinima?
Yeah, kind of like Machinima, yeah, and stuff.
Oh,
and
God.
I said to him, I would love to see that happen, but with like half the shit that we have going on, a lot of
I will
us
kill you.
Yeah, a lot of us, unfortunately, a lot of us just can't do it because of our real life situation and.
Man, for fuck's sakes,
Well,
like,
not that. It's like I'm the one who set up the trailer, so I'm like, I'll kill you.
Well,
we can make little ones. It's like mini machina.
Exactly. Like, not everything is like whatchamacallit, gonna be like a full-fledged thing. By the way, I just posted his name in freaking voice chat. But yeah, I thought about it, and I was gonna bring the idea to Ghosts about it because I would love to see just like us as individual Galac-Tac members in our own like small video type thing. It'd be hilarious.
We get to see the backstories for the characters.
Yeah. Kind of. It would be interesting too if we could also do something similar like that. I think Monkey, I believe you were telling me, Wolf, did something similar for his bleachers or something.
yeah, he did really well set up trailers, but yeah.
Yeah. Nothing major, but yeah. Never mind. Your question. Will we ever get to see the reason behind why the god formed? Yes.
My thought process behind that question was every group, every faction that's ever been created had a reason and an inciting incident that caused it to be created.
All we can say is yes. That's it. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, but that's it.
That's good. Hold on. I think I have another question. Well, I know I have a question.
I was gonna say, I fucking hope so. You said you had 30. So far, you've only given us 10.
I've given you less than that. Some of these questions.
Yeah, we're not impressed.
Yeah, we're not impressed. Come on.
You better. There. Is that one good? Does that one fucking please you? You upside down cocksucker.
We can't talk about it.
Can't talk about what you just asked.
Yeah, we can't talk about it.
You're going to start. I feel like a lot of it's going to be lore related. So if you start going into lore, you're going to be either.
I mean,
it's amazing.
You can technically answer that really, really quickly. You can just say basically it's
I
time.
forgot Ghost's answer too, though. What he said.
So there is. So when it comes to what you would consider a hierarchy, it's nothing that you're used to.
Exactly.
It's a militaristic collective. So each and every person is the same. It doesn't matter if you are a hardened veteran or newbie. You have the same level of respect everyone else does. But your word may carry more weight with more things that you've done. In Ghost, kind of the idea behind Ghost is he is a leader. He's a natural-born leader. It's how his character has been created. And the things that he has done carries weight, which means others will listen to him. So as things progress, you'll understand a little bit more. But yes, there is no, like, at least as far as we've gone so far, there's not like a ranking structure. It's just more along the lines of who originates the contract, who's killed more shit, and that by itself carries respect. And on top of that, some people are just more, like I said, natural-born leaders. And people are attracted to that because it gives them direction, focus, and the ability to put themselves onto something that's higher than themselves. So with that, especially in a world like Fallout where there is no government system, there is no structure to follow yourself within line of a sociological idea, you kind of have to form this yourself. So people who end up joining the Guard are looking for purpose, and that's what it's created for.
And
all are
like
equal.
there are
Some are more equal than others.
Exactly.
Exactly. Basically, there is a leadership. We can say that, but it's like basically what Spade said. It's more of what you've done and what you did to contribute to the Guard.
Exactly.
I have a question that leads back to this one later.
Okay.
But we'll go into that one later.
Yeah. As I just mentioned, I'll answer number 13. We want to. We absolutely 100% want to. At the very beginning of when me and Ghost actually created this, one of the few things I mentioned was a kind of like a tac pad type thing, when like they usually have in the Clone Wars, where they have that tac pack on ARC Troopers or even Commandos, even in Halo, where Carter has his freaking tac pad type sort of thingy-bob. We wanted. The only thing is
animator.
Well, yeah, animated, yes, but it's also the fact that with the current process of everything that's happening, it's just one of those things that we have to put on the side right now and come back to it later on when we have more information and more knowledge on how to do it. But it is something
It's complex.
Yeah, it's very complex. Like we tried at
the pip interface is Flash.
Yeah. All right, Monkey. Have a good one, man. Yes.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah. It is very complex. How Fallout has done it is very confusing because it was one of the things I wanted to tackle at the very beginning because of the whole TACpad thing. There was even an image on freaking Google where someone put their phone in the gauntlet of the freaking Galac-Tac armor and stuff, and I saw that and I was like, yes, I want this. But again, like I said, with Fallout's whole concept of things, it's just a nightmare to even try to do something like that. Granted, there have been people out there bringing out other good replaces from the pit pad and the tablet and etc. etc. So it is something that could happen later on down the future. It's just at the moment, none of us have the brains to do it.
You have small brain, you need big brain.
Exactly. We're trying to get big brain.
No, we just don't have a Flash programmer.
Exactly.
And animator.
I mean,
Strong animator.
Yeah, we were sent an email. Flash is no longer supported.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on, Wolf. No, you go.
No, I was gonna say currently we do have one artist, but who she can do some very basic level animations that she used to do other mods for in a different game. But much like how she hasn't been able to do her lines as of late, it's just an example of how difficult it is for us to be able to be constantly present actively as a whole group to be doing things. Because, like, for instance, she's down in Brazil. She's got her hands fucking full almost 24/7. It's like once in a blue moon, even I get to hear from her.
The shitty Cowboys.
Yeah. To answer that question, it is.
Wait, what?
It is a ghost question, yes, but I already know the answer to it. It's most unlikely due to the whole concept of that Fallout 76 does not want to give us a lot of the freedom that we would require to make half of that stuff happen. I have thought about making importing some of our GT stuff into 76, but unfortunately it won't bring some of the stuff that you see in Fallout 4 due to the limitations that 76 just has at the moment. If 76 decides to go, oh yeah, here's creative freedom to do whatever the fuck you want, then yes, but as Ghost has mentioned it multiple times to all of us, they won't do it.
You put that question on hold, though, because 76 is actively working towards private worlds right now.
Exactly, but I think
you run into other problems.
However,
too.
we don't know how they're going to work.
That is true. That is true.
Now, this question, I don't really know where it came from.
What is it?
What is the story in Jug?
What?
He is basically the happy shoe.
The Juggernaut.
Sorry. When you said Jug, I was like, what the fuck are you on about?
Oh, I get it now.
Ghost basically mentioned it to you too, because I think you asked that.
This is.
It was.
Like I said, I think the first 20 questions were like in the first few days of Shu announcing.
But I guess to clarify for the recording, like the Juggernaut's just a class.
Person.
Yeah,
it's not a person.
I mean, there are classes within the guard. I can at least say that there are different class types we haven't seen yet, but the current ones we have they're there. So,
Siggy, can
that's around.
Siggy, can you clarify on your question, please?
Oh, I know what he's talking about. Okay, so Vlad is based off of pictures that were created by a community member who opted out not to voice the character. So the voice actor for Vlad is actually somebody that Ghost picked up off of the Creative Network, which we still have access to for the time being. So there will be, going forward, he will be making a return in regards to more voice acting. So that's a beautiful thing for us because everyone loves Vlad, including myself. And we, again, also ties into those extra missions for the side. So hopefully you guys enjoy everything that we end up putting together, because we have a lot of stuff that we're looking to get out there. But again, it was just more of a. It was just basically the character of Vlad is a nod to a community member who took a bunch of screenshots and was supporting us in the very early days.
Very.
What's fun too is like he's what the language is Slavic, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So like, Vlad himself is Slavic, so he was actually rather thrilled when we were talking to him after he heard the voice about who they picked. He loves the character himself.
Like, it's all based off of him, and again, he was one of our big supporters when we were still just like barely 2 or 3 guys of us. Like, it was just shoot and goes, and my dumbass showed up, and then a couple other people fell in, but eventually they just broke off, and it was kind of a turbulent start because like many mod projects, as you may have all seen, fucking Fallout Hawaii, Fallout, Music City, all those mods. I mean, everyone, even like the big projects like Miami or Cascadia, will be like, oh, I don't know, they're just fucking vapor ideas. They're not gonna last very long. They're all idea fairies, but no one's really around to commit to the actual task of doing anything at all, and then they just fall apart. And it's no lie, we did run into it in the beginning because some people, other groups just kind of glared at us. They were just like, oh, well, are you guys still alive or anything? It's just like, fuck, we're just inching along here until we managed to get up to where we are now with Thomas, with Noble, with Rose, with Spades. Like, we found people gradually who fell in either amongst our friends or just we met along the way that helped us finally step up out of that whole category of, oh, you're just an idea project that's going to eventually just fall apart and then just be forgotten.
You basically told people to quietly and politely fuck themselves.
Yeah,
pretty much.
We had one that came out a lot. He's like, "Are you guys dead? Are you guys dead?" It's like,
yeah, we had a lot of people. Yeah, when we decided to do the whole like keeping things under wrap and all that stuff, it wasn't just for the pure fact that we wanted to keep. Well, it was 90% of the fact that we wanted to keep you guys on the wow factor, but a lot of the other things too was we didn't want to give out pretty much everything, and then people already know what's happening and all that stuff. And then everyone just be like, oh, okay, whatever. But yeah, it was one of those things where as we get more people, like we're still interested in certain people, but as I just said, we're looking for certain criterias, and a lot of it's got to go through like Ghost too. So if the person gets an okay, then yeah, he can join in the team. He'll go in trial base first before coming in. But to answer your...
that was fun.
So Ghost has to give the okay. Is that correct, Shu?
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Alright, to clarify to the recording...
I was wondering what someone was going to say. I was wondering if someone was going to point that out.
I got to clarify...
You do it. You do it. You got it.
So to clarify the whole... Actually, you know what? Fucking Spades, you clarified the whole fucking thing for the recording.
Man, you must have been scared when you came in.
I'm so used to being dropped into a fucking situation that I have known nothing about. Okay, so just to clarify for everybody here in the recording, me and Shu have been friends for a pretty long time. And I did a quick, like my very first ever voiceover thing. Was for a mission briefing that he was doing for a group of guys who were simulating a military unit in the Halo universe. So I did a little bit of a... oh, sweet Ghost on his way. I did a voiceover playing this admiral. Yeah, I was fucking frozen over. So anyways, we had not talked for a little bit because I had walked away from Arma, and we just... with both of us playing different games, different friend groups, sometimes you grow a little bit apart, but we've always been friends.
Mm-hmm.
And one day, randomly, Shu messaged me, hey, you have a minute to talk? It's like, sure. What's up? He goes, do you mind if I borrow your voice? He's like, I got some ideas. I'm working on a mod. I got some ideas, and I was wondering if you'd like to do some voice acting work. And it's like, fuck it, why not? Like, I'm not doing anything. Fuck it, let's do it. So you have to remember, at this point in time, Shu's in Australia, I'm in Canada. So my 5 o'clock in the afternoon is somewhere in the fucking wee hours of the morning for him. So he invites me into this Discord, gives me the developer role right off the bat, and then goes, "All right, see you later, fuck off, bye," and leaves.
And we're all waking up that morning. We're all slowly waking up that morning.
No. You guys weren't waking up. You guys were already up. It was later on the next morning when you guys saw most of my messages. No, this was in the afternoon. Ghost was the first one to talk to me. So I was like, you know what? Shu has given me the developer role, so now I see everything, including everything they've been talking about, including concepts. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to see this shit yet. So maybe what I'll do is just drop a line and let them know I'm here so they don't freak out and ban me.
We were freaking out.
So I messaged him like, hey, Shu invited me into this Discord. Just letting you know I'm here. He gave me this role. Pretty sure I'm not supposed to have it. So the first person to message me was Ghost saying, yeah, you're not supposed to have that. He took it away, gave me the voice acting thing because I cleared that part up. And then he's like, what have you done before? You know, what type of stuff have you done before? I'm like, well, I'm kind of new to voice acting, but I did do this one thing, and I sent him the video of the mission briefing. He's like, wait, hold on, that's you? Yeah. He goes, okay, cool, you're gonna be playing characters. Oh, awesome, all right. So as that kind of progressed, Shu comes back on the next day. He goes, yeah, I may have jumped the gun a little bit and give you the developer role a little too quick. So then he makes me my own thing, literally called Drill Sergeant Spades. and that's what I was known at for a little bit. And then after that, some of the guys were like, well, we're going to make you a developer. I'm like, let me earn it first. I haven't done anything. I've spoken into a mic. Let me contribute first. And then that's how I came to be. But yeah, Shu basically opened the door, kicked my ass in, and locked it behind me and walked away. And then,
yeah, so, pretty much.
It's funny because it's like Ghost was asking me, he's like, do you know him? I'm like, no. Do you know him? I'm like, what do we do?
Yeah, like, and the next day when all of it happened, I woke up to my phone exploding, 2, a big ass lecture from Ghost, 3, Spades telling me I fucked up, and 4, everyone else in the dev team going, who the fuck is Spades?
Now everyone knows me.
Yeah, and then I sat here and went, yes, my good old tired self has fucked up. but to also throw in this extra peach too, Spades has been one of the most valuable members to this team. He has helped everyone out in the team with everything, really.
And outside of it.
Oh, yeah. And outside of it, like, Spades is one of... Yeah, Spades is one of those people that has... just that charm about him, and you go up to him, you just pretty much want to join the Church of Spades. So, we're taking prisoners. I mean volunteers. So if you would like
serious prisoners in here, guys.
Okay, my 2 cents to it. Oh, what's up?
You can keep going. I was just gonna ask if Shu could answer my question.
The Enclave. We can't talk about it.
Okay.
You have to wait and see. Yeah, it's one of those things where, it pretty much happened, that is 100% a ghost question, Siggy, I cannot answer you that, sorry,
We can't answer 17 either.
Yeah, we can't, wait, how did you manage the file?
No, we can't.
No, we can and we can't.
We cannot.
Yeah, so, Siggy, never mind, those 2 questions, completely adequate, can't answer.
Ghost is typing it. He said he can answer some of the type questions.
Yeah.
No. Should panic. You're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's looking at the Discord right now. He's in a car, but he can.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah, Jade's driving.
Yeah. So.
No, your question about the fire mission. Didn't you notice the Tiger that was at the base that had the mounted rockets on it? Had that rocket kind of.
Don't lie to him. Don't lie to him.
Don't lie to him.
Actually, that's literally what just. That's literally.
I'm not lying to him. That's what Ghost literally said. Even I at the time was like, "Oh,
you're shitting me."
No, Ghost.
Text.
Yeah, Ghost just dropped it in as soon as freaking Space was like, "Don't lie to me." Next minute, Ghost drops it in.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of bullshit. I was like, Ghost, the same guy that gave us the sandbag mod to utilize it, he had the really cool howitzers. Even it would make sense that we could have had those things propped up somewhere or parked with some of the Tigers nearby, towed them over there. But no. we're gonna use this fucking thing. All right. Well,
All right, so
that
just to clear it up for the recording, Nevermore asked the question of how did the guards manage to manage that fire mission. I don't recall them having houses or mortars in the base and everything. Ghost clarified it, said there is a Tiger with dual miniguns and a rocket launcher at base. We used up our supply of ammo on that attack.
Oh, no, that makes sense.
So,
No, it doesn't.
No.
Those are low
it
caliber.
makes sense.
No, it really doesn't.
It
Trust
makes
me,
sense.
we know.
Remember, well, this is the thing. His thinking is remember that we entered that mission unprepared. Like, we were supposed to get equipment and other shit to do that fight. But we just said fuck it and go. That's how the mission is kind of structured. Because after that mission, that's when we get the reinforcements and the equipment that we were supposed to use to go in there.
Yeah.
Again, though, I agree the rocket thing's kind of weird.
Yeah. Trust me, things will make sense going forward when we release more stuff.
So
for the time being, go with the Tigers and the missile launcher on the back. Just do that.
Exactly.
It seems like a bit of a cop out.
Oh,
Tigers seems like a bit of a cop out, but it's a mercenary out.
Yeah.
So workout.
I like that.
Hold on.
Now, this next question. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're good. Wolf, you have a question from Siggy of will your character be in any more bars drinking alone?
Honestly, I didn't want to be in that bar to begin with. It was just mainly there just to keep an eye on McCready, and that was it. He'd rather be in the field or at a certain diner, and that's about it. Other than that, he really hates being in the fucking third rail.
I'm honestly.
I still hate Ghost. I forgot to take my NPC out of there. I'm still mad about that.
I'm honestly surprised that question wasn't the first question that got asked.
Can we make me in all the bars?
Sure.
This next question is more of a just in general, not specified to the mod. What's your
you referring to the Nexus drama?
Drama in general, whatever that drama is
you need context for that. Dude.
Yeah.
David, for your mama.
Okay.
Drama in general. I love drama class. It allows you to act out your innermost fantasies. But other than that, I think it's a waste of fucking time, and you're not going to make any money doing it. So unless you become like Tom Hanks, then I can eat my words.
If we can just put that question.
In my personal opinion, it makes for great YouTube content.
Yeah,
you're not wrong, but when it's used against you, different story.
If we can just,
I think when it comes to when you say drama, if you mean what can happen, what will happen, and what may happen. Our stance officially is we're A, trying to avoid it, or B, trying to hinder its growth. We don't want drama. If anyone has a problem with anything anyone has ever said, especially with our group, with our dev group, you can tell us. We're not going to freak out on you. And yes, we do police ourselves. We talk about stuff like this regularly in our dev chat to become better at interacting with anybody, community members outside of our community, people who are posting stuff for hate. We've had some internal talks, especially when we first released, because there was a few hate comments in regards to overly voluptuous women models not being to fit in within the plate armor. And a couple of us were like, well, I don't understand. Why are we getting this hate? And we just had to come to terms with, you can't please everybody. Mm-hmm. We aimed and made a scope for who and what we wanted to partake in. And that's the part that matters. We'll try to stick in with the people who want our mod for the sake of the artistic style and our approach towards it. We've looked at the suggestions we've gotten, and it doesn't necessarily mean we're going to ignore the individuals that talk about the other stuff. But at the same time, we want to make sure we're putting more attention towards the community members who are sticking into our Discord, who are talking to us regularly, giving valid suggestions, not just, when's this going to happen, or just dropping memes every now and then, or just trying to cause a problem. If you are generally wanting to be a part of this community, you are completely invited. This is open for everybody. I don't care who you are, what you think you want to be. It doesn't matter. You are allowed to be here, and your opinion is valid. until you make it not valid. So if you want your opinion to be heard, we will listen to you. Even if it's the 1,000th time, we might roll our eyes a little bit, but we will listen to you. If you, yeah, if you start taking outside of the realms of the possibility, and you're not actually listening to what we have to say, then we're going to start, pulling back a little bit. Or if you make it into something childish, not necessarily making jokes. You can make jokes. We all love jokes. We love to laugh. It's a human like a mission of just happiness in general. But if you start making to the point where we can't take you seriously, that's a different story. We have already had our own brushes with these types of things, and I think overall it was handled quite well. And in regards to outside stuff, when it comes to Nexus and that, it is what it is. We don't really care, because at the end of the day, this is a passion project. We came together as a group with an idea. We have lots more of ideas to come. There's going to be more content. Hell, we thought we were going to be on a hiatus for several months after the release. We took I think Ghost took off like a month, and then we were all, okay, listen, hold up. I got this great idea. Let's talk about it. And it just started up again. We all came back to the table.
It's funny, and I think it's kind of like the Modder's Curse. It's like, he said when I first joined, like after he get this release, I'm going to take 6 months off. This fucker jumped immediately into his mental mod as soon as we were done.
Yeah, that's.
And it's like, I think the rest of us took a break, and we came back to 2 months after. And it's like, oh, I'm still modding.
Actually, no. Yes,
no?
a lot of us took a break and all that stuff, except me and Ghost. Ghost decided to do his mental mod. I decided to go work on the rest of the fucking phase and stuff. After I said I was going to take a hiatus. I mean, I did take hiatus throughout the time, but
so you don't count.
Yeah, but to
building things.
To answer a question that was asked previously but didn't get answered. I'm trying. I'm going through everything. The question that was asked by Siggy Ghost, how long did it take you to learn scripting? Part of the dev. He replied with the amazing answer of scripting took me an entire time. Lols. It was in someone fucking reading what he said.
Scripting took me the entire time, lol. It was incremental steps. The early missions are me learning how to do fetch quests and then kill missions. As my ideas for missions increased, I learned code for the specific events or effects I was learning. My PTSD mod taught me a lot of script more than all the missions in GTR, but now I can bring that experience back to new GTR content. Autocorrect there, Maticus.
Thank you. And the other question from Nevermore about the 76 question, will we be ever going there, making mods for that, and all that stuff? Ghost lovely replied with, I would love to bring GTR into 76 to do pre-Fallout 4 characters. I don't think we will ever see a creation kit for 76 though, meaning we could do up some very specific skin replaces for 76 clothing. However, they would be nowhere close to what we have now in the way of customization, which is pretty much what I answered last time. And then
tablet.
Yeah, then he said about the tablet, which we had played around with the arm bracer that functioned like the Pit Pad or Pit Boy, but honestly, that might be beyond my skill level. There is a lot of moving parts for the Pit Pad, which is also something I said was similar to that stuff. But yes, you had a question, Nevermore?
Yes. Hold on, let me open everything.
I have one suggestion. Do you guys want to see the trailers to give Ghost a little bit more time to join us in the chat? Because you said you've never seen it. I don't know how many have seen it, but this gives us some time.
I didn't know that. I knew you guys had a YouTube, but I was told by Shu that you had never done anything with it.
No, because no one fucking used it, and Ghost decided to upload all his shit on his fucking channel, so Lost
a couple links up
there.
Whoa. We made videos. We talking about Shu.
No, yeah, we did videos, but like, I made us a Galac-Tac YouTube channel, which is long now deleted. I deleted that channel because I spoke to Ghost and said, "Are we ever gonna actually use this?" And he was like, "No, I'll probably just post it on my YouTube channel." So I just ended up deleting the channel altogether. So yeah, that was that whole fucking conversation. We might bring
So basically, what you're saying is that he stole all the YouTube clout.
pretty much,
Yeah.
essentially. Yeah, and we had
Mm.
literally anyone who was making videos had access to that YouTube channel. I literally gave out the password to everyone and email address. It had its own email, own password, and everything. But no, we didn't want to use it, so they got thrown out the window. Question 20. What was the inspiration behind the Enclave wanting the Institute, and what specific did they want was in the...
That's a ghost question.
Yeah, that is 100% a ghost question.
I feel like that's not a good question to answer, though.
Well, he's gonna answer it, maybe. Again, there's
He's
my...
gonna hit him with a redacted stamp.
Probably. Yeah. I don't
Hey,
know.
Noble. Post your video in the Q&A, and I'll post mine.
Oh, that's unfortunate because just the question, the fact that we can't answer the question is spoiling.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't. I mean, it tells you something's coming, but it doesn't tell you what.
Poop.
Usually, well after digestion, hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, let me
Well,
bring in
is
a
that why you
question.
hate MREs?
Let me bring in a question
Yes.
that Spades or Wolf brought to my attention
Okay.
after the, I think, first Q&A, which is, does the guard trust VD now?
Before we get to that question, Ghost just replied to your question about, well, question 3 about how did you decide the story. He pretty much summed it up with basically what we said at the very beginning. The story was a group effort. I really wanted a morally
Morally.
You want me to do it again?
Morally gray way.
Yeah.
You want me to do it again?
Yes, boys.
The story was a group effort. I really wanted a morally gray mercenary faction for a long time, so rolling that concept into an armor mod and making that faction has been really satisfying.
Now the rest of it.
Parse that. When I greenlight quests, I kind of like to keep it in that morally gray way. Overall, it was a lot of pitching ideas and seeing what stuck in the way of that story and what I was technically able to do at the time.
And
when
we
I
can tell
greenlight quests,
we did have a lot. I would say there's a lot of back and forth from everyone, but we're all happy with what was that happened through feedback and such.
Yeah,
this is the one thing that's been kind of great about this is like we all give each other feedback and try to work in a way that it satisfies all of us. Like if it doesn't satisfy the majority of us, it's probably not going to go through until we figure it out.
Exactly.
To add on,
Hey, can I
also
throw-
the whole. What's up?
can I throw 2 cents in on previous questions?
Go ahead.
Yeah. As far as the scripting goes, I've been scripting since probably 6 months after the CK came out, and I am still learning. There's always some little trick to pick up that you've never done before. And as far as drama goes, interpersonal conflict is strictly prohibited, and beatings will continue until morale improves.
I like that mentality.
So I just love the fact that Ghost just literally dropped the fucking like the future story.
I told you.
Yeah. So Ghost just replied with 3.
We have plans for Automaton, Far Harbor, and Nuka World. The overall theme carrying forward from our Fallout 4 main game. Complete those DLC stories with our faction while using side quests to expand character development and Varangian Guard lore.
And then question number 5, from Nevermore, will we get to see other units, or is this group the only member of the Guard has? And he pointed out,
You basically answered.
yeah,
At some point, we may expand it to other
Everybody.
GT.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
That was my biggest question about the mod, because the Varangian Guard just never seemed to me like this. There's only these guys were the only ones there, because like Ghost in the mod itself said, they have a high command, which implies that it's large and they need a high command.
yeah.
What? That was implied? No way.
Yeah.
That's why you're also the forward operating base.
Yeah.
Well, you never
Yeah.
know. Spades. Some people.
yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. In regards to, does the guard trust the Vault Dweller?
Yes.
Yes and no. I think you have to
Ghost
remember
Watch.
that when it comes to like intel, even in the military, it's need to know basis. You don't trust a private or even a sergeant for that matter with high classified intel unless they need to know time of or whatever it be. So Ghost, the reason why you don't know who the contract holder is at the very beginning is because you don't need to know. You just need to do the fucking missions that you're told to do and come back. That's basically it. So as things go forward, not everyone knows everything, but the people who are currently running the contract, i.e. Ghost, who is the main recipient for these contracts at the moment, he's the one that pretty much is the all-seeing eye of the group. And going forward from that on top of everything else is kind of how we'll call, I guess that would be at this point in time, the hierarchy. He runs the contract because he is the contract holder. He presented the contract. Everyone else signed on. So basically, he is the, in fact, de facto leader for the contract holding at the time. As for the rest of the stuff going forward, yeah, it's just basically you are a part of the guard and you are trusted within that circumstance until otherwise proven, differently.
You are equal, but you are not yet more equal than any.
Exactly. And then there are those who are more equal than you.
Oh, Ghost just answered number 12. What's the hierarchy of the Varangian Guard? Which you just also answered that question as well.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Free? Go ahead.
Ghost NPC goes into a big long explanation of the guard structure during Dr. Virgil's magic murder machine. Essentially, the guard exists through council, and the strongest are fit to lead. However, not one person is required to follow if they so choose. You don't got to do it if you don't want to.
Yeah, pretty much.
Exactly.
And then this other question, my other question was, what's your most cursed gun image? You don't have to show them right now. That's that. I did
choose canted iron sights on his fucking gel blaster.
Let's just say I have 7 aim points on my.
I got you, fam. Most cursed gun image I've seen is anything out of the Kyber Valley.
Okay, let's see here.
Yeah.
Question: would it be cool if I added body slides to the armor?
We
That'd be a ghost question.
We answered that already.
We'll leave that one to Ghost. Ghost, I'm pretty sure you'd be okay with it. Why is no a potato?
I don't wait for the body slide stuff. I don't think he'll care. I think it's just the expectation of us setting it up.
Hold on.
Wait.
Ghost is typing.
Yes.
He's typing.
And I can feel fire in his hands.
Yeah. Also.
Hold on a second. Let me get that FAQ. We actually have an answer to that.
Yeah.
I think it's just that we don't want to bother with that.
Yeah.
Other people.
I think he said, "Can I add the body slides to the armor?"
Yeah, that's my point. That's my point. Like if you do it, then whatever.
That's why Ghost is answering, Thomas. It's his mod.
We're waiting for Moses to part the Red Sea here.
There you go.
No,
That's not the answer.
No,
That's not the answer.
he's answering something else.
I don't.
Okay, so question 20. What was the inspiration behind the Enclave wanting the Institute? Blah 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 blah. The reason will be explained as the story moves forward. I have more followers on my channel when we started, so it's just makes more sense. Made more sense. Yeah, pretty much.
I think that was a response to me saying, "Hey Ghost, they saying you stole the YouTube cloud."
Ah, yes.
No,
yes.
that was the inspiration behind the Enclave wanting.
No, the last part. I had more followers
the last part.
Yeah, the last part where he says I had more followers. Yeah. And honestly, yes, it makes sense now, but at the time it was just like But yeah, and as for question 24, because he is a fucking potato.
No.
We can neither confirm nor deny the vegetative state of Noble.
No,
Listen, he's spudtastic, okay?
Yes,
like
Noble?
Potato goes in front.
Requires me to ask another question first.
All right.
Does anybody here play airsoft?
Majority of us.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm getting my lighter and a cigarette out. Anyone tries to say shit, I'm lighting you on fire.
Okay.
I have an airsoft
What is
gun
your
for
preferred
fun.
airsoft, gel soft play method? High speed, low drag, or Bravo 6 tactical?
I can tell you shoes, it's with a canted iron sight that I still don't understand.
Okay, for those who actually play airsoft, I think it would be better for them to answer. For the rest who don't play airsoft, shut the fuck up.
Oh, and Ghost just answered the question, does the guard trust BD? I think you should say that.
I think we should watch a trailer or something until he joins.
Okay, so they never detrusted him or distrusted him. He just was what he or she was, a capable person that can get shit done. Yes.
So the answer to number 21 is the Vault Dweller is a useful idiot.
Yeah, pretty much. Take your time,
Right
Atticus.
place, right time, like every okay.
Yeah.
How I can say, I mean, for fuck's sakes, even Wolf is kind of indifferent about the the fucking VD himself. He was kind of pissed off about how they just cut into the conversation with Noble, so he's still kind of resenting the VD in the background for that.
Yeah. To answer.
I mean, they had a job to do.
To answer the question 25, I hate high speed, so yeah.
So you're.
My answer to 25 is spectating.
I see. Spades?
Wait, what? Sorry, 25?
Yeah.
What is your preferred airsoft gel soft play method? They won't let me use real firearms on those ranges.
I know. I'm like, what kind of bullshit is that? Seriously. Now we're back to Airsoft 1.
All I know is that this dude's not calling his hits, so I'm pulling out the special pistol.
Yes. Next question.
What do you mean you're calling the police? I don't understand. What do we do wrong?
And he's the reason why Article 21C is getting put into place.
I just say he was a sore loser.
Yeah. What's up, Siggy?
What? No, nothing. I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
How
Oh, God.
long have Ghost and Shu known one another? Actually, speaking of Ghost, you just answered question.
Yeah, before we get to that, in what context? In the mod or in actual person?
In actual person.
Roughly about, I would say, fucking.
I asked this question only because I know you two were the first ones to start this mod.
I want to say about a year and a half now. Give or take.
Close too.
Yeah, Ghost would probably clear up because he's got a bigger brain because he's a cop. But to answer Offbean's question about the whole body slide, Ghost said pretty much the right thing. Who the fuck is messaging? Oh,
I don't think Dev's gonna ask the questions. Oh no, free to the gulag with you.
I just realized that I accidentally hit the.
Best win this gulag, or I'm going to eat you.
I just accidentally hit the stream button by accident. That was interesting.
Well done.
Yeah. Yeah, Free, if you can answer, say what Ghost said about the question about the body slide, that'd be great.
Body slide, sure, go for it. I've never done the CBBE process, which is why it was something we never supported. And yet, DP off, as we don't have it on for GTR, due to agreements with other authors that lent us assets.
Yeah.
DP off.
Donation points.
Right on. Okay.
We can't have anything.
Yeah. Can we use the wall? What?
No, I'm pretty sure Ghost just said he can't ask his question.
Which question?
I mean, devs can ask questions. That's not an issue.
Oh?
Well,
It's
Ghost
not a
said,
question,
I don't
it's a joke.
Who or what reason brought you to the team?
What?
Should we start from
Who is
the
that for?
order? I think all of us. Is that all of
Alright,
us?
Shu. You start.
Oh fuck no. Who or what reason brought you into the team? Ghost was the reason who that brought me into the team. I basically nagged him into allowing me to add my Enclave stuff to the thing because I just wanted more Enclave. The reason I wanted to be a part of the team is because I had been part of many other communities and basically, I was part of so many communities, and as Spades can clarify with me as well, I was in so many armor-free units everywhere. I was doing so many things, but I never felt in the right spot. And when I came across Ghost's original mod, the Galac-Tac Redux, and started working with him on that, I basically started bringing in more ideas, and it being a part of the community that has slowly grown with adding new members, Wolf and Noble and all that stuff. It has been a journey that I've been definitely pleased to say that I am a part of a great community. One I'm more proud of, the one that I can talk about to anyone who's not a part of the community at the moment, and just brag about it all the time. Hell, I even tell my family about what I'm doing and all that stuff. But as for everything else, I wanted to be part of something that was worth it, and Ghost gave that to me. He gave me a vision, and honestly, it was a vision that I could see happening. And as you guys have seen with what's currently out, a lot of the stuff that we have planned in the future, a lot of the stuff that we have done, we pretty much have done it because we wanted to please the fans, and that's been something that's always been on my mind of having. I wanted something that the fans could be proud of, happy for, and they can brag about it to their friends and stuff, and that's what's kept me going and what brought me into this community.
Okay, so, are you guys? Is everyone
Well,
gonna say?
they're all going to say their piece.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Wolf, I would say, Wolf, you should go for it since you were next.
My dumbass
Just-
was originally trying to just first request help with the shoulder piece I wasn't working on, the old mod, and Ghost helped me out until eventually the issue didn't seem to fix itself. I wandered onto the Discord server and I got talked to a little more one-on-one until I saw, hey, these guys are just, they got this suggestion thing where people are just throwing in random shit into the ether at them, saying, hey, why did you put this in here, or why did you do this kind of texture or something? And then next thing I know, I just thought, fuck. I mean, I'm not sure if these guys have a military background or not, but I can at least offer my 2 cents on some matters and stuff like that.
Which has been
And-
very helpful.
It's been awesome.
And initially, at the start, when we start doing this whole like, let's find a place to set up a camp and all that, it was a whole lot of fun. We do something kind of like what this one mod did, where they had a vendor set up and everything, and then later it went to, okay, we need to find some real estate.
Yeah.
It can't be a settlement. Shit.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, but bit by bit from there, I just found myself trying to help think of designs of what we can do with our equipment. So, like, one of the things I helped offer originally was we need bandoliers. Bandoliers look kind of cool. I mean,
Mhm.
everyone do the fucking tactical thing, and then from there it went to, okay, we need to think how we're gonna make this camp look, not just some fucking settlement setup of just junk and scrap. We need to
Hmm.
make it look legitimate, like an actual FOB. And me and Shu would go on TG Trader and we would look at stuff, and then I eventually would find places where I start visualizing what this place would look like, and I just bring out the concepts and stuff like that to them.
Yeah.
And from there, just kind of proceeded onward. That I just help concept things.
Exactly.
And he's also been very vital to also get in contact with some mod authors that have been willing and kind of willing to assist with us and things. Monkey being an example.
Well,
I was just talking with them and just kind of, I guess, being a recruiter also at the same time. Like, hey, how many people join Galac-Tac? I mean, that's how I got Thomas in the first place. Found his stuff, said, hey, we're looking for a 3D modeler, blah, blah, blah. Here's a written about what we're about, and would you be interested? Fuck yeah, I want to be a part of it.
That's a different situation for me.
Yeah.
We'll get to you.
Yeah.
I have a question about Thomas soon. Don't worry.
Yeah. To also, before you say the reason why you joined Noble, I need to clarify this too. The reason Noble even became a thing was because a previous member had left. We're not going to go into details of that member, but he was pretty much a replacement straight off the bat.
To kind
It's more than a replacement, though.
Oh yeah,
I appreciate that.
I shit you not. Ever since Noble has joined the team, he has been one hell of a fucking valuable member. I fucking butchered that completely, but he's done.
You want me to sing him praise? I'll do it.
No, fuck off.
Praise from Spade? Oh my god!
Fuck off. He's already part of the fucking Spades fan club. Fuck off. My turn. Yeah, Noble has been one of those type of rare nuggets where he has all the skills. He knows what to do. He's not scared to try new things. Half the shit that's in the mod is because he basically sat down and said, "All right, I'm gonna conquer this. This is gonna happen." And he went through all that stuff that Ghost would throw at him and all that stuff. Me, on the other hand, Ghost tried that with me, and I said, "Yeah, fuck that." So it's no joke when I say that Spades and Noble and everyone on the team has been 100% like great to work with, valuable in every way, just for what they do. Whereas Thomas does all the free modeling, Spades does pretty much everything on helping people with a lot of things, whether it's lines or just giving them confidence and motive support and
or just telling them how to do something properly.
He did make me feel like an odd man out because I was the only military guy in the fucking group. I'm like, I can't relate to anybody. And then I like somebody.
That too.
God.
And it's been great having Spades around, and it's also been great having Wolf around because before Spades, he was the only current military service person known. So him giving us our insights or certain things, whether it was stuff to be put into the FOB or whatever it was, even the concept designs that he came up with here and there, it was very, very good, and it was definitely needed. And then the rest of the team that turned up, like Free, who's helped me with CK stuff, Maticus and his friend Luden coming in and helping with like proofreading a lot of stuff and fixing a lot of issues.
And Rose with her concept art along with Wolf.
Oh yeah, fucking! I had
we
to
can't forget Rose.
Yeah, can't forget.
I was gonna say before you jump to me, let's get Rose too.
Yeah,
Rose. Like I had to act like she didn't join because I like Fallout or anything like that. She could care less about Fallout, but it was the fact that I said we need a concept artist, and I thought I know just the person. I said, Rose, how do you feel about joining Galac-Tac? And then she's like, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah. Every
sure, why not?
There you go.
Every member of the team has been such a great support, and I couldn't have been prouder to call every single one of the members my best friends, family, whatever you want to class it as, for all those people who are... Yeah, homies even, like, just hanging out with every... Shush.
I'm not crying, you're crying!
with everything that's happened, I am glad that GT has been something that we can all call our place to go to when we just want to rack our brains on a wall.
And those since we're bringing up Rose too, and I'm sure we're all happy to hear to end with that, but to kind of give you guys an idea with Rose, so that map that you see in the loading screen, she's the one that did that. She painstakingly redrew the lines from the vanilla map. Some of our patches have been redesigned by her and such. Like an example, I learned because of another mod for that. Apparently, with the U.S. military, we can't use like official insignias.
Or actual, yeah.
Yeah, we could actually get into some kind of trouble. And if you look in our patches, we kind of made redesigns of 3 of our armed forces.
Yeah,
and she blew it out of the water with those.
Yeah, we had to like try to come up with ideas of what they look like in the Fallout universe based off of what exists in lore.
Exactly, and it was fun experience because it's like we were trying to think of like, we're going to this atomic age. What would it look like? And she blew it out of the water.
Yeah, absolutely. Opping. Sorry, go on. You finished.
I was gonna say like, how should Thomas say then how he joined?
Yeah, go for it, Thomas. Do you want to say how you joined with your bean powers and your wisdom and the fact that your certain things have lots and lots of crazy powers, like your 3 o'clock dropping stuff?
Fuck, I still remember that shit.
And we're kind of going through people who, at least the way I know, how they joined in order.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, saying 2 years isn't an exaggeration. I had been using the helmet specifically from the last two versions of the mod, and I was a 3D artist student, and I was putting stuff out there, and I decided finally, like, well, Skyrim's what got me into this. I literally got a degree because of Skyrim, and I should put some stuff out for the games that, put me on this path. And I was putting out assets on the Nexus as screenshots, and the guys reached out to me and they're like, "Hey, you want to make stuff for Galac-Tac?" And as I mentioned at the beginning, 2 years is not an exaggeration. I have been using this mod for a really long time. It's my favorite helmet mod. I am a huge fan of the Halo Reach armor system. And the idea of putting Galac-Tac with that together was like a big deal for me. And I obviously was just like, hell yeah. So I spent months just making art constantly. I know that you guys appreciate it, but I don't think you realize that I was spending like all day because I didn't have a job or anything at the time. I would wake up, I would model, and I would go to sleep, and that was it. And that was just me getting this stuff into this mod pack because I was like, we're gonna get this stuff. Like this is the best art style. Like it's the best design art. Like I'm gonna make it in 3D and put it into the game that I care the most about, which is the Bethesda stuff. Like I love the mod scene. So I'm like, I'm just gonna make helmets, I'm gonna make skins, I'm gonna make everything. I'm gonna throw it to these guys, they're gonna implement it. And because I don't know anything about CK, like that's the part that really blows my mind. It's like, oh, you can take this stupid little mesh I made and you put it in the game, and it blows my mind. It's just being able to put all this stuff in it. It's really cool. And that's basically where I came from. I made assets and I posted screenshots on Nexus, and they're like, "Hey, come join your like dream team." And I was like, "Okay, I'll do that."
I just want to add a caveat to that. So, for you guys to understand the madness that is Thomas, when I first joined and after the whole shoot debacle went away, we were in a dev chat, and they're like, "Oh, we need Spades to have dev armor." Thomas is like, "I got you. Here's a template. Fill it out." I'm like, "Cool." Going to Paint, because that's the level of my artistic ability. Write some stuff down. He goes, "Cool, I'll make it for you." 6 a.m. the next day, I shit you not, I had rendered pictures of what the base helmet would look like, and he says, "Do I have artistic permissions?" I said, "Yes." And lo and behold, the man is a genius. The next day, at like 3 o'clock in the morning, I got a DM'd picture of pieces of the armor. He goes, "Yeah, I didn't want to go overboard." Oh boy, did he ever, and it looks fantastic. But yeah, when he says he does, like, wakes up, models, and then goes to sleep, it's the truth. And it's probably for 14 hours. I wouldn't doubt it.
Yes.
Let's just say I got through a lot of seasons of TV on Netflix while I was making those assets.
Yeah, at one stage you were going through the
fun
whole
part, though.
Yeah, at one stage you were going through the whole fucking Star Trek Next Generation fucking show. I'm pretty sure.
Man, I've watched so many TV shows.
Yeah.
Not as much, but it's because if I get to the texturing stage, it becomes fun. Like the other stuff is interesting.
Yeah.
I enjoy it, but it's steps to get to the fun part. Like once I get to texturing, I'm like, I'm gonna make 40 fucking skins for this helmet. Like that's the fun part for me.
So,
I found it.
So, gone.
I guess with me, then, so the way I joined, just like most of you, I joined as a fan. And I had just started learning Outfit Studio because I was very fascinated because we like to tell you guys, like, this is the second Discord. So like they were in a different Discord, and I still don't quite remember why you went over to this one, but so much better. But when we switched over to this one, people were showing photos of like their meshes and such, and I'm like, I wanted to make my own armor and such, and I started learning Outfit Studio. And what was it, Shu? Like, I messaged you, or did I just post the photos? Because I forgot which way it went.
Replacement.
Huh?
I screamed out replacement because I was on the other side of the room.
Well, that too. But did I post a photo saying you messaged me?
So
No, I remember now. I asked you, can I pay for for my own custom armor?
I'll just sit here and just not answer anything.
Didn't I ask the same fucking thing?
But I was told no. The difference was, I guess I learned Outfit Studio and I was already posting my armor templates and such.
Yeah.
He caught the eye of that and essentially said, I have something better for you. Because I also, at the time, this is the thing that's crazy, Ghost used to post frequently, if anyone wants to be VA, join. No one was really answering, and I was kind of nervous, so I sent that and asked you that at the same time, and got the 2 pieces. And it was kind of funny, because like literally the 3 days after I joined as a team, I sent this to Thomas as a concept for my helmet.
Yeah.
1 second.
Yeah, so to give further, the potato thing, I'll post that in.
That's why he's potato.
Just to
potato.
Just to clarify everything on the recording, there will be an image popping up on the screen in a few seconds when I edit this of Jump's helmet. But also to clarify, half the reason that Noble joined was because of the Death Claws. Deathclaw.
That's right.
Yeah, horns. He had such big fascination on having Deathclaw horns on his helmet and all that stuff, and I thought it was fucking cool. I got hiccups, sorry. And I dragged him over into the freaking thing. Told Ghost about it. Ghost liked the idea of it, and as I mentioned multiple times, he was a replacement as well. But the reason the horns are even in the official mod pack is because of Noble's idea. It was all because of him. That's why y'all have the horns. But yeah, also I want to get to the rest of the questions.
I guess we'll go in between, because the last thing I was going to put, to kind of give you an idea of what I do and kind of the implementation of everything that we do. So basically, Thomas does the hard work of making the model and texturing them. I'm the one that basically gets the models and sets them up in Outfit Studio to add physics, weights, whatever you want to call it, so they can be usable in the game. And then I send that over to Ghost, and then he implements it in game however he needs them to. And it's been a lot of fun.
Exactly.
And I'm really grateful for being part of this, and we'll of course get with Free and Maticus in a little bit to see how they joined.
You mess with a Noble, you get the horns.
Exactly. But to answer both Offbean's question for 29 and Nevermore's about 31, actually no. Can you answer 29? Because I feel like there was a reason behind your name.
Ghost did.
Oh,
Ghost did.
Did it?
Ghost did.
You're right underneath question 29.
Free? Read it aloud.
We have talked about this in the past, and it gets to
No. That's the wrong one. I'm talking about 29. Is Noble a Noble a
That is 29.
Oh, there's 2 29s.
Yeah, there's 2.
Okay, the first 29.
Yeah, the question. Yeah.
No, it is not a Halo reference.
It is not. This is the thing that's weird, because so everybody in the dev team basically got to pick their names for their character.
I didn't.
Because I just... You did it, Shu?
No, my name was
Shu.
No, my name was just straight up Shu.
Well, I'm saying it's like...
Well, you got to pick that name, didn't you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what you get for being upside down.
To clarify, what I mean, Shu, is like, when I joined to be a VA for Noble, the name was given to me. I asked Ghost later if it was, something from
that's
Halo.
funny. I didn't know that.
No, I didn't pick the name. I'm the only one in the entire dev team that voices an NPC. They didn't pick their name.
Oh,
That's not true. Reaper didn't get to pick his name either. The Noble and Reaper were the the first companions I came up with.
Oh, so just to clarify, the Lord, the myth, the legend has arrived. Ghostface has arrived to the Q&A.
Whoa! No! It's Ghost Feces. We've already seen this in the chat.
yes. Sorry, my bad. Ghost Feces. But
Ghost is here. I can stop.
Oh, sorry, I forgot about Reaper's Ghost. My bad.
Yes.
I forgot about Reaper.
Yes. Ghost, buddy, amazing guy. Can you please repeat exactly what you said about question 29? Will we accept donations?
Okay, so with the way that the licensing is that you can't specifically solicit donations for making mods. You can't lock mods behind a paywall. A lot of these guys that make the Patreons and that kind of stuff, they're skirting it by saying, well, you're not buying mods from me and I'm not locking the mods behind a paywall. They're donations to me to, support my cost of living or offset the mods. We had played around with that idea originally. It became too much of a possibility of public backlash or us getting shut down because we were getting money for it. We decided that we weren't going to go with the Patreon or PayPal route. We were just going to do it as we weren't going to be accepting any donations originally. Recently, we've had some users reach out and say, yeah, I would like to be, contribute to this project in some way. And we kind of, relaxed a little bit on that and basically say, okay, well, if you really want to contribute, these are some assets that we're looking at that we want to buy and that we want to implement. And we would accept.
Thomas, look it up.
I'm
sorry. Thomas.
I moved him.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
That we
make porn later.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That we would accept assets being donated to us, but we weren't going to specifically go out and solicit donations for those assets. Just basically, hey, if someone were to approach us and say, hey, we really, like what you guys are doing, we want to contribute to it. How can I help? And be like, okay, well, these are the things that we would like to purchase and put in game. If you want to buy one of those and give it to us, that'd be great. If not, thanks for coming out. Thanks for enjoying our mod.
Yeah. So thank you for answering that, Gus. And to answer your question too, Nevermore, about the where the fuck was it? The origins behind everyone's name.
No, let Ghost answer 30.
Oh god. if you want to get a lecture, go for it, Ghost. I let you have the floor.
Well, it's gonna be good.
You shot himself in the foot, so you don't have to worry about him running.
Yeah, I repeatedly said no to this because it's a stupid gag bit and a cheap shot at all of the tactical bathing suit mods that were hitting the hot files for a while just because they were booty shorts and tactical gear. So originally it was made as a joke, and then it got actually made, and then I was like, no, we're not putting this in our super serious mod.
Yes,
and think about it. We got mod of the month without them.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I know a lot of the devs were. A few of the devs were hyped for it. Eventually, it was like, did Dad say yes? No, he said no. Dad said no. Forget it.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah.
Serious business.
But to answer your question about question 31, the origins behind everyone's name, Ghost, you can answer the first set of that one.
Wait, is that for the character or just our Discord names?
Yes.
To both? Okay,
Yes.
we'll go with both. Why not?
Yeah.
So I mean, most of the characters in games, they have their dev names attached to them because it was the easiest way to do it, and we could get some. What the hell? Why is Thomas talking in beeps?
Because we broke him. He beep.
We gotta reset him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll take care of it. You all continue.
Yep.
No, mostly it's just
Thomas
because
is
it was just easier to have your dev names be put into the
Except for me.
NPC. Well, yes, because you came along afterwards because I needed someone specifically to voice him, and then you've ended up becoming much more than just a VA. So
I liked it though. I enjoyed it though. Hey, I wasn't going to challenge him. I just joined. I'm not going to challenge something I just joined. But no, I enjoyed it regardless.
The Discord names?
Oh,
I mean,
we just had those names.
Yeah,
Discord names.
Mine's a reference to Mario.
Not a
Well, yeah,
not a very exciting story.
Mine's someone gave it to me, and I guess she wanted to surprise me with something, but I ended up ruining the surprise. So I
Yeah.
want to help cheer her up.
And my name is basically the shoe part was given to me by a friend of mine who basically passed away, unfortunately, and the last part is from a famous general from the samurai era who tried to assassinate his lord.
How
I feel like foreshadowing.
Foreshadow there, sir.
Yeah, which he succeeded. Yeah.
A long, long time ago,
The galaxy
in a
far,
land
far.
far, far away,
Yeah.
a young man inserted a 2400 baud modem into a 486 PC and loaded up his pre-AOL disk. And since M3 was taken, M3 8286 was born to the world.
Okay, what about you, Ghost? What's the point behind the ghost face?
Feces.
So it's not actually any of that. It's actually FC3S, and it is a throwback to my 20-something's car, which was a 1988 RX-7, and the FC3S is the frame designation. So when a manufacturer has multiple cars with over several generations that use the same name, the parts code is based around the frame. So that's where the FC3S comes from, because obviously Ghost is going to be taken on every form everywhere, and
No, really?
You needed to have some kind of unique identifier after it, so I just went with my money pit of a rotary rocket car, and
Must
where it
not
came
have
from.
thought very highly of that generation of RX-7 to stamp feces on it.
This is true.
Answer Kin's question next, and then figure out what Thomas really is.
Well, there's other questions
No,
before
we won't.
after. Yeah, Ken, to answer your question, neither of them because fuck the Chaos Gods. Siggy, will there be more visors? Probably, knowing Thomas.
I personally, if I can just get one thing, it's just more visors for the infantry helmet. That's about it.
We probably won't touch the infantry helmet for a very long time.
Yeah, the glass on it is not a separate mesh; it's its own
Yeah.
piece. So that's why there's no separate colors for it. Because it's on the technical side, when you swap the visor, it actually swaps out the mesh.
Yeah.
So we would have to go back in and cut the eye holes out, and then make it a separate mesh and do it that way.
Yeah, and yeah, as it stands, we have bigger plans for bigger things.
We got a lot more on our plate right now than be worrying about doing that.
Yeah, but yes, visor colors in the future, it is on the table. It is not something that we won't look into, but at this current time and measure, is just something that isn't going to be focused on at the time.
It's something we can kind of open up to the community at some point. If once we have the meat and potato of our first DLC done, we did want to add additional BDU and clothing camo colors, but we could also see what other things people would be interested in the community, and then if those align with what Thomas is willing to do, we can then try and implement that as part of that DLC pack.
Yeah.
Do we want to find out how Free and Manicus joined? Real quick.
Well, Manicus is gone. He went to the shops. Free.
Oh,
sure.
Yeah, Free.
Well, I'm still kind of confused about how you guys found me.
Actually, I'm actually confused on when he showed up.
You just appeared, and you're helping Ghost. I'm like,
no,
I
got
like
an email
you.
from Ghost. But here's the deal. Here's the deal in my background. I had my own mods for a long, long time, deep into Fallout 4. But when 76 rolled around, I had already burned out and basically just stopped modding. and was just sitting around playing 76. And then out of the blue one day, I believe Ghost sent me an email. It's like, you want to take a look at this? Yeah, I'll take a look at this. And I took a look at it, and ooh, shiny. So, do you want to build a thing? I built the thing, and the fire was relit. Here I am.
Essentially.
Oh, yeah.
He's basically was responsible of building the interior of the oil rig. If I
The
remember
interior of
right.
the oil rig, the enclave stuff. Basically, I'm a CK architect mostly.
Yeah.
I build the 3D worlds. Mostly
OCD.
interiors. I do some exteriors. Haven't had a chance to here yet. But that's what my mod specialized in were 3D area. 3D, of course, it's all 3D areas. It's Fallout 4. But build areas, interiors, exterior mods, things like that. With some heavy scripting. So I got a little bit of a dabble into that.
He's
Don't
also
know
a
quests, but I can mostly script.
He's also a clean freak.
Yeah. That's the one thing I can't do. Is I can't make a dirty area.
That's where I come in.
Just goes against my nature.
Yeah, that's
So, like shoot does like the design. He's a designer.
I come in and I look at something and I go, this could come to
We can
life.
make it lived in.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's a better word for it.
Oh, we're perfect. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, she walks in and says, "Okay, how do I fuck this up?"
Exactly. Yeah.
Hey, everybody needs to know, man.
Yeah, pretty much. Ghost came to me at one stage and said, "Hey, I need you to make this look lived in." And I was like, "I can make that happen." I fucked up the whole fucking place. I turned what Free made nice and pretty into an absolute fucking nightmare.
Yeah, I'm really good at making what used to be.
Exactly, and I'm good at making what it looks like now. So yeah, but a question has popped up from Kinshin. Where is the asset list located for helping with donation packs? Would you like to answer this, Gus?
We don't really have a formal list that's open to the public. We do have a kind of like a dev only pin list where like we'll come across assets on CG Trader and be like, oh, we kind of like that, and then we'll pin it once it meets our technical criteria of what we could theoretically put into the engine. So that's kind of something that is, for understandable reasons and trying to avoid spoilers that we don't make public. But it is something like if there are people that are interested in doing donations, you can talk to myself or Shu, and we can kind of gauge what you're looking at spending, and then kind of send you something that would be within your price range of what you'd want to donate to the project.
Yeah, and as
talk to me first,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
And
For
Thomas,
dear God,
Ghost-
save.
Yeah.
And
Please
Ghost too.
because there have been countless 3D assets where the renders are beautiful, and I look at the wireframe and I'm like, because the CK is 2 decades old,
yeah,
it will not work. Please
Yeah.
don't buy it.
Yeah.
Oh, just don't buy anything out of the blue and just
Tell
donate it.
me.
Yeah.
Tell me, I'll look at it, and it might even be like, this won't work, but I can fix it. Like
Exactly.
tell me first, please.
Absolutely.
You can buy the most beautiful donut model on the planet, but you get it into the CK and it's got 400,000 polys.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're
So-
getting practice.
and
There are certain restrictions that are not in other game engines that are specific to CK that I
Yep.
will look into. Like in Unreal, say Unreal or Unity, you can make a single mesh and assign different materials to it. You can't do that in CK easily. I would have to change that, so please tell us and I'll look through it. And don't spend money until we've looked through it, because
Exactly.
it might be wasted. Like, I don't want you to waste money.
Exactly.
We ran into that a few times ourselves because
Yes.
we got all hyped and excited for this particular model. We brought it to them, and they're like, we can't use this, and we're like, oh shit.
Yeah,
and it's not fun dealing with their customer service.
Exactly, which one of the assets I'm hoping that Thomas will be able to fix. But yes, before buying anything, please confirm with us and confirm with Thomas especially because he is our 3D artist guy, and a lot of the stuff that you could see that you could buy, he could probably make without any issues. So yes, before buying anything, please come to us. Let us know about the whole thing. Welcome back, Maticus. And yeah,
This is the one area where forgiveness is not better than permission, and you're talking about your very real money.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want you guys to spend your money and then not see it being put into the mod.
We're not responsible for that if you decide to do it.
Yeah, you have been
disclaimer.
Yeah, you have been warned. You have been warned. If you do end up spending your money and then sending it to us and we don't use it, again, you've been warned. So, yeah. To go back to one of the other questions, Maticus,
what's up?
How did you join the Galac-Tac?
Oh, that's a story in itself.
You can have to tag Luden with it too, because you both joined at the same time.
Didn't you guys just show up one day and not go home?
Yeah, pretty
no,
much.
No, okay, so I'll tell the story.
I'm sorry, I fed them.
It's another one of Shu's finest moments. This is going in
that. Yeah, round 2. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk away now. Bye.
So, y'all had done a public Q&A on YouTube where you were going to live stream either one of the missions or it was a trailer. I forgot which one it was, but I think it was like the first time y'all were showcasing the raid on GNR.
Oh, okay.
And so I hopped in. I hopped in to see it because I saw. Well, first off, I had played with the original Galac-Tac Redux, and I was hooked immediately. I was just trying to find out as much information as possible. And then I saw that y'all had a Discord link, so I was like, okay, I'll join in there. And then I saw on the announcement, like 2 days after I joined, y'all were going to do the reveal for the GNR studio. And so I waited for that, hopped in there, watched it, and then I sent the link of the Discord to Luden so that way we both can come in and chime in because y'all were going to do the Q&A afterwards. And right then, I asked if you guys needed some help in the writing department. That's when Shu contacted me. He's like, "Yeah, dude, stand by. Let me get a word with you." And then as soon as both me and Luden come in and we show him, some of the stuff that we were working on, he immediately gives us. I think it was either the dev tag.
No, at the time it was the tactical advisor role.
Yes, that's what he gave us. He gave us that and gave us immediate access to everything.
Yeah.
Again, red alert.
Yeah, but this time I sent a message to Ghost before fucking up.
And then Ghost came in and talked to me and Newtons and kind of cheered him up and
I popped in.
make him let us stay.
Yeah. But to answer.
Just to clarify too, so basically Maticus and Luden again added more to it with the story and helped us with editing where we needed.
Yes, indeed. And Maticus.
Yeah, I got voluntold to be a voice actor.
You both got voluntold in your
life. I would also like to point out that
3 bodies.
Yeah, and I would like to also point out that Maticus is also both Maticus and Luden had helped me a lot with further phases in their mod team.
Yeah, and just to kind of caveat off of that, I've also earned the reputation of unofficial gun Jesus for the server.
Absolutely. Oh, so to answer Kinson's question, no. About the custom Beskar Forge, no. We will not be making one of those things because we're not Mandalorian ripoffs and stuff. But yeah.
Will we ever get to see a bean cannon or a bean skin?
Oh no, Thomas, are we going to ever see this? Thomas?
My job isn't the hard part for that. It's the animation. Cylinders are easy, dude.
He didn't say anything about us using it. He just said...
cylinders are easy now, you mean, sir?
Yeah.
No. Making a barrel for a can launcher on the RU-556 is easy. The hard part's the animation. It's not my fault. I'm saying.
Yeah. So to go to Offbeam real quick. We answered the RU-556 specifically. But considering the fact you weren't here when that question was asked, Ghost, you want to answer that question?
Simply because I'd worked with that platform before and I already had a pre-existing mod that was very modular so that we could add some very unique looking setups and kits to the specific roles for each member of the guard. So you've got, the long rifles and sniper builds for, your recons and scouts, and then you've got, CQB setups for, your troops. And it's just because I've already worked with it and was very familiar with it.
Yeah.
I could also give the Bubba answer for that too.
What's the Bubba answer?
It's like trying to replace the M1 Garand with the M14.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
It just works.
Exactly. Any other questions?
Yeah, actually, I have one for Ghost specifically.
Go for it.
Okay. I remember in your interview with what's his name? I forget his name.
Captain Coots?
Yeah.
Or the other guy.
What
doesn't matter.
That one of your personal mods is what's it called? Horrors of the Wasteland?
Sorry, we had the firefighter there. His dispatch was talking over you.
I remember in Captain Coots' interview with you, you use the the Horrors of the Commonwealth mod, right?
No.
No, you don't.
No.
Oh, I must have heard wrong. Sorry.
No, I was making fun of the Project Valkyrie mods. I called them the strip clubs of the Commonwealth because everything is a strip club in that mod.
Like, nothing against them and such. It's just like it's true. It's like they there's a lot of strip clubs and such. Like they've done things technically amazing, but just that.
Also, a shit ton of sleazy characters added in there too.
Exactly, and story is kind of weird.
Ken posted the question: are there any plans to do an add-on of some of the Mandalorian attachments for weapons to the MK18?
I haven't played around with the MK18 to be honest. I wouldn't imagine it would be totally difficult or all that time-consuming to add on the barrel attachments that we have now for the RU-556. I'm sure it's just a similar style muzzle brake. It's not something that we specifically had looked at doing. I mean, like I said, we do have the RU-556 pretty well integrated into GTR, so I don't think we'd be looking at switching out, stoner rifle platforms at this point.
What about like running it alongside it, like you have like sister rifle?
Sure. If someone wanted to do a little add-on that put the Mando stuff on the MK18, I wouldn't be opposed to it. But I wouldn't. It's not something that I'm gonna pull my attention towards right now.
Yeah.
Just because it's not an MCX.
No, yeah, well, pretty much. I mean, you'd more likely see a Mando attachments to the MCX than you would for the MK18. Just being honest.
Dude, I'm surprised that you haven't even tried to implement the MCX into Galac-Tac already when it hit.
Because we already have that in through the RU-556.
This is the sexy version.
Yeah, but remember, Ghost answer always is, we have one at home.
Yes, this is true.
MCX at home.
Or as my favorite question is, where's my fucking ACR?
No.
Yeah, that got abandoned pretty quick when I couldn't find a good resource for it.
We have one actually.
There's one out now. Yeah.
Earlier, why not the SREP or something else like that? I just.
Wait, who asked about that?
Me, Oofbean.
Oh, okay.
I also want to be clear, like the muzzle devices and stuff I made for this mod, like you can steal them. It's okay.
There you go. So if you want to put those Mando muzzles on whatever other firearm mod out there, go for it.
This whole like mod group thing, I've basically donated a ton of art because I love the mod. It's kind of across the board. I don't want to like say go steal our helmets or anything, but if it comes to gun attachments, just steal it. It's okay. It's fine. I'm not gonna come after you. So if somebody
says it now.
Yeah, we're not Battlestate games.
Yeah, if somebody makes a gun mod, they're like, I want to use the muzzle device that I made.
like, go for. I'm not gonna sue you or some shit. Like, just do it. It's
No,
fine.
he'll just be menacingly there when you're like brush your teeth one night. You just close the cabinet mirror. He's standing there in the doorway, staring menacingly.
Honestly, if it's like if somebody brings out a gun mod and they use my muzzle device meshes and stuff, I'll probably like stand behind them and be like, "Cool," and then leave their house that I broke into.
I look like this man doesn't deny that he would break into their house. Who the hell are you?
You took my muzzle device. Cool beads, and I walk away, and that's it. Like I don't want to like. I made all the art for this mod, but I'm not connected to it. There's no monetary things for me. It's donated, so I really hope that people make their own retextures and stuff and post it community building things. So
I mean, you were talking about the visors earlier. I was thinking I could probably do that with a material swap, but I don't know. I haven't really looked at it yet.
The mesh is not independent. So each one of the texture files for the different colors and patterns of the helmet includes a visor in it. So there's already a material swap that's being used for the overall helmet. You would have to, like I said, you'd have to split that mesh off, which means you're bringing it into Blender or 3ds Max, selecting those faces, and then separating them from the overall mesh, and then re-exporting it, re-weighting it, and setting up a new node to swap out just the visor materials.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if somebody is willing to do all that work,
yeah.
But like, if somebody is willing to do all that work, I'm not going to be insulted that they're like, "Oh, I want a slightly more purple visor." Like,
Yeah, no, go for it.
It's not gonna. I put the meshes and textures out because I love the mod. That's it. You're not going to insult me. Yeah, you're not going to insult me like making retextures. Like, I actually love it. I love seeing people making their own anything out of what I've made. It's 100% cool.
Pinchin asked the question: thoughts on the Stream Deck, and do any of you plan on purchasing? Yeah, Stream Deck. Sorry, plan on purchasing one. I've already got mine pre-ordered.
I'm not going to get it. I'm gonna pass on that one, Ghost Rider.
I have no fucking clue what that is.
Nintendo Switch, but better.
It's just basically a jacked up Nintendo Switch that runs your Steam profile.
Yep.
I think it can run mods too.
It can.
Yeah.
It runs Windows, dude. Like, if I had any purpose of running a portable gaming machine, I would 100% buy one. I don't have a point for that.
Exactly.
If you want one, it's the machine. Like, it blows everything out of the water in that.
Me personally, I'm just trying to save money to get a better PC parts because the PC I'm using
it's
is
ridiculous.
10 years old.
The specs of the Steam Deck are really good, especially if you use the lowest one and you add in SD card slots for storage. So it's a really good product. It's just not something I would ever use.
Yeah. I was told it was running Linux.
It's not.
Okay.
Isn't it like a variant of
That
Linux?
probably came from the old Steam OS.
No.
You can run anything on that shit. It's literally hardware. You could load Windows. You could put fucking Hackintosh. You could anything you want. It's just hardware. It's open source basically. You can put anything on.
Okay.
I'm stuck like Thomas. I've got a almost 11-year-old PC that needs to be updated badly.
It's really good hardware. If you need something for that specific case scenario, you should buy one. If you don't, probably save the money. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. I like the idea of it. Yeah, I like the idea of the Stream Deck, so I definitely want to get it.
Yeah, you could run our mod on it.
Yeah,
you could
there.
Nexus and Vortex and all that shit on it. It would work.
Yeah,
but it's
interesting.
It's a specific thing. Yeah.
Any other questions?
I can't think of any.
Oh my god, did we go for all your questions? Oh my god.
Yeah,
What
it was
is
a while
the
ago.
unladen speed of a swallow?
Don't you start.
African or European?
I don't know.
No, European.
After this kitchen, I'm probably gonna go do some stuff. I made a breakthrough with some stuff that I was having issues with the main.
Finally.
Our main.
Yeah, he did. Like
Yeah.
real talk, he did. We're
Yeah.
gonna talk about playing Cyborg.
Oh, see.
Manager.
Yeah. So
needed.
yeah. But if we got any questions about the mod or even just questions straight up for Ghost since he just fucking showed up.
Yeah, my bad.
No, you're fine. You're
good.
fine, man. That's why I kind of.
enjoyed your
Playing with
barbecue.
your family.
Yeah, that's why I kind of made the Q&A channel so that way you could go through it all and read it, and we had a lovely Free over here who's breathing into the mic, answer a lot of the questions in your behalf too, so that way, so we could actually get it on the recording and all that stuff. So,
Man, he did it perfect too. He did it word for word exactly.
Is it? Are you still recording right now?
I am. We are at 2 minutes and I'm sorry, 2 minutes, 2 hours, 2 hours and 19 minutes into the fucking recording. So yes.
If anyone listening hasn't gotten the mod, please get the mod and support these guys. They're stupidly amazing, and they probably should be banking off of this, but yet they're doing it for free.
Yes.
They're
But
not doing it for me.
Don't
I will say.
Don't remind us that we're not doing this for monetary value.
Yeah, Ghost, when are we getting paid? We're still waiting for that. We're filing a complaint to the workers' union.
I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but Ghost is paying me monopoly money, so you know.
Well, you're getting paid?
Yeah, I'm getting paid.
Money?
I'm getting.
He owes me about almost a year and a half worth of pay at this point now.
Yeah.
I
mean,
I'm gonna be real. I mostly make CBB conversions. Well, not exactly that, but I'm planning on opening up a Patreon myself. So I seriously think you guys should consider it.
It'll probably be something that we'll sit down. Go on.
We already considered since right now.
Yeah.
The biggest problem with it is remember that we are dealing with something that is kind of looks like the Mandalorian. We don't want the mouths to come in and say,
also real.
But it is Cody's coming after me with kicker ass. Disney and their demons will destroy us.
Plus, we also have a few donated assets from other modders that have been kind enough to share their assets with us, so that will be
And
profiting off of their work. So,
And some of the conditions that we had in letting us use those assets is one, we don't release it anywhere other than Nexus or Basidia, and we don't profit off of it. And that's obviously something we're going to respect. So, like I said, our workaround with it is hey, we want to put these cool parts into our mod at some point or somewhere. If you guys want to help out, we can probably furnish you with a list of pre-approved items that would be acceptable donations.
Even if you find something that we haven't pre-approved, just DM me and I will say yes or no. Like, because it's all down to topology and 3D modeling nonsense. If it is completely unusable, I will save you money. Please don't buy anything without asking one of us first, and it'll probably inevitably end up with me, and I will look at the wireframe and just say, no, please don't spend $40 on this mesh that's made for a movie.
$100.
But also, even after Thomas is good, remember, Ghost has the final say. So, like, even if everything was good on that part, it's kind of down to a Ghost. You know, if he really
Ooh. Sorry. Sorry.
I made a shitty. Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. Just sorry to intervene. Yes, we have thought about adding armors to God meat. Dog. Fuck, I can't even English.
Dog meat.
Thank you. But there was some complications. I believe Ghost explained that a while ago about why we couldn't do dog meat armor.
But there's really canine armor though. Can we like do something kind of like how they did there?
Ghost.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing stopping us from doing canine armor particularly. It was
replacing
changing
dog meat as a model.
It was replacing dog meat as a model. There's some issues around that because the Creation Club has their own content.
Like, what the hell are you going on about?
There's nothing saying that we can't do.
Are required.
Yeah.
There's nothing saying that we can't do armor for it. It's we can do armor for that, but once again, that is something that Thomas would have to be interested in doing, right? So a lot of this is done by committee, and basically, hey, I have this neat idea that I don't have the technical skills to do it. and does anyone else want to do it? And if they're not really interested in it, and it's not really something that tickles their fancy, we don't really kind of demand that it gets done. There are obviously some stuff that gets made that has to get made for for storytelling, right? But for the most part, it's really much like, hey, this is a cool idea. Are you interested in building this? And if Thomas isn't interested in it, or Abissi, who's an on and off again, or a collaborator with us, if they're not interested in it, then we're not going to like force them to do it, right? So it really has to be if someone's interested in making it. I particularly don't have any reservations against having it. It's just I just don't think it's a project that Thomas is really interested in.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, me and Luden and a few others have gotten together, looked at real life examples of military canine uniform and gear that,
I
like
remember
goggles, stuff like that. We've seen, and I've shown it to Ghost, and then Ghost finally just kind of even said, it's like, it's up to Thomas though in the end, like if he's interested in trying it out.
Yeah.
I can show Thomas the ideas and he can get the green light from the brass and everything, but it comes down to, it's like if Thomas or Bissy are interested in doing it at all or not.
Yeah.
And
that's definitely something I'd be interested in, like thinking about.
Well, I'll show you what we have, and
I
then
have
we can talk
hiccups.
about it later. We'll talk about it later, then. Honestly,
Yeah.
That's such a Thomas answer. Interested in thinking about.
Yeah.
Let's leave it at that. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah.
I have like
Actually,
severe hiccups right now. Like I can barely talk because I'm like hiccuping like a lot.
Take a sip of water, dude.
No,
Get some
you're
water.
fine.
Do you think I haven't already been upside down drinking water? It's so.
We're in
Have you tried
Australia.
the spoonful full of sugar trick?
I literally had hiccups before I was born. Like it's
Damn.
whatever, but like the whole
that work.
The whole dog meat thing is interesting to me, but god damn it, I fucking hate my belly. If I were gonna model something like that, we'll talk about it later. Fuck my life.
We'll talk about this later.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
Guys, King asked the question about, have you thought of adding X-Fog like attachment to the back of the helmets? I have no idea what the fuck that is. Maybe you can
It's like a defogger, I think.
Yeah, I mean it's similar in shape and positioning as to the breathing apparatus system that we have.
Which was so cool that Thomas made that. We didn't even think it was going to work.
Or
So glad it works.
takes up the kind of like the same spot and location as like the counterweights for the NVGs.
Oh, so Nevermore asked a question about fucking jetpacks. I'm gonna walk away because I'm fucking sick of this question. I'm fucking done.
I personally want jetpacks.
Me
some other
too.
people want
Most people wanted jetpacks since it was just the two of them, and then when I came along and we were talking about this different stuff, he says like I was talking about concepts and such with Rose, and then immediately
I love your concepts.
We drew it. Me and Rose just drew it, and we were like, me and Rose were looking at each other like, this is fucking stupid, but Top wants it, so we'll show it to him.
Fuck your jetpacks.
But I think again, it was just
practical sense.
It's just, I think the reason is again, like I said, it's when Thomas feels interested, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Rose made it. Me and her, and she hated it when she was drawing. She was like, I don't like this thing, but here it is.
I love that design. I really do, from what we did with the concept.
I mean, if you do make
if you have a jetpack,
make it super hard to get.
But with a jetpack, you are always the high ground.
Yeah.
Blah, blah,
Exactly.
I have the high ground.
Blah blah blah.
There you go. Well, there you go. If you made the jetpack, we can have that stenciled on there, some war tag saying, "I have the high ground." On
There you go.
Yeah. Siggy, what do you mean by that question about would Thomas ever have a workshop in the Discord one of these days for anyone interested? What do you mean by that? Can you clarify?
Working on models to learn. Like people are actually interested in learning.
Oh, so like have a tutorial channel sort of thing?
Yeah, like a little tutorial session, like a workshop to actually ask questions and work on some stuff to possibly learn more if people want to start modding it later on in the future.
Thomas, you want to answer that, or you want to type it down since you have hiccups of death?
I'm still hiccuping. I will still answer the question.
Okay.
So I've actually thought about this recently. So I've at my new job, I've moved to Modo, a 3D modeling software that's different. So I've been learning a lot in a span of like 2 months that has like completely changed my workflow. And I have actually been thinking about making like videos explaining my process and how to model. The problem is I have literally 2 degrees in this thing. Like
You spent
gets
years.
it gets complicated. That doesn't mean you can't figure it out in your spare time. It's complicated but easy. It's a very hard thing to explain because you can spend a lot of time 3D modeling. You become Tor Frick, and that's the guy who made the Wolfenstein art, who is literally God. Or you can just get to the point where you can just make something that looks good. Those are very different bars, and I think I can make videos that can explain how to get good. And then when I say get good, I don't mean like Dark Souls, like get good, you beat the boss. I mean like it's different. Like right, like you can get something done that looks good versus something that looks shit. Like it's different. And the main thing to me is I kind of want to learn Blender, but in my work at Office we use Modo, so it's different. But explaining it all is a bit ridiculous, but I think if I can make videos that explain basic concepts well, people can piece them together and I don't know, get something going, because 3D modeling is really fun and it's really satisfying. Like, well, okay, half of it's fun. Half of it's really like, well, the thing is, like, you get through the boring half to get to the point where your satisfaction overthrows that boring half, right? Like, you do the shit, and when you're done, you like, I have this amazing thing I made at the end, and I want to be able to help other people get there, because I went through a community college in Austin, Texas, and 3 people made it through. They're all amazing people. I love them. I know other people from there that I'm still in contact with, but like they're not doing 3D art as their job. The 3 people, including me, are the only ones doing that, and it's a hard like thing to learn. But once you figure out the tricks, you can make some really cool shit.
To kind of give you guys an idea, and this is something I learned a little bit after our mod release. There are 2 big things that are hard to come by for modding teams, and that's a 3D artist and an animator.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Yes.
just because of the skills, the skill sets.
There's just so much you have to learn. I've done both. Animation is not something I'm interested in, but it is something I entirely respect, and it's a lot of steps. I 100% will probably be making videos or tips and tricks, but the problem is the foundation's out there. So depending on what software you learn, there are people you should be following. If you're Max, which I know Max is Arcane, that's where I came from. 3ds Max is my baby, but I will throw it off a cliff.
3D Smash.
Tough love. Okay.
I would legit think about learning there first to jump to a normal, like, well, Blender and Modo are like the 2 programs I suggest nowadays. Blender specifically because it's free, and people are always like, "Oh, it's not professional." It is. It's professional.
That's actually what I'm using right now.
That's the program. If you learn you should learn Blender. Like if
Blender is incredibly powerful.
Yeah, if somebody's like,
also
I
incredibly
want to be a 3D
obtuse
modeler,
as far as UI.
Yeah.
It's
They
better
have to make it
now.
different enough so they don't get sued. That was their issue,
It's
right?
better now, though. 2.8
It
isn't that bad. Like if you take Blender 2.8 and 3ds Max nowadays, Maya nowadays, Modo nowadays, they're not that different.
No,
like,
they're not.
If you're starting out nowadays, like you have the highest competition, but you also have the highest opportunity. Learn Blender.
Yeah,
That's
I agree.
that's the program.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. But if you want to learn tutorials for Blender or Max, 3ds Max, Aramis 3D, Arrimus, that's where his name is spelled. He's the god. He that's it. You learn Aramis. There's Modo tutorials. There's thousands of Blender tutorials. You should just,
Yeah.
if you really want to do that, you need to like submerge yourself in that world, and it's very difficult, but it's worth it.
To answer Nevermore's question about would Ghost or any other devs ever live stream their work, depends on the work we were doing. If we're working on stuff that we can't show to the public, then no. But if it's like for me when I do my side projects, I would be happy to live stream any stuff. I know Ghost live streams sneak peeks of certain things here and there, but he doesn't like.
I can't.
Yeah, you
I can't at all.
Yeah, you can't do anything. You're pretty much at this point of just you get in the corner. But yeah, if we can show it, we will live stream it. If we can't show it, well, wait until it's released.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff, obviously, what I'm doing with Quest implementation and scripting, and just setting up the creation kit to make those stories. Obviously, me streaming that would be huge spoilers, and kind of ruin the surprise for players. So that would be the big risk. And I mean, we want to kind of keep the story and the stuff we're doing close to the chest, so that you guys get to experience it for the first time properly, without being aware of what's coming down, right?
Yeah.
And like I said, because I get the assets from Thomas, it's like you guys will see what could be happening, and it's like I most of the time I run money now is mainly stuff that's going to be implemented later and could be spoilery.
Yeah.
Like
It's also
maybe
really boring half the time.
Yeah,
it's also true.
Yeah,
like I've been working on a nondescript asset I will not explain for months, and no visual progress has been made. It's all technical. Like I'm like, oh, I've made 90% progress on the asset. It looks the same as 2 months ago. And nobody who understands how the pipeline works will be like, oh, progress has been made. You're like, oh, well, you started with this and it looks the same. It's like, yeah, but I did all this other stuff that will lead to being able to put into the game. It's just boring. Like, I get behind the scenes, but somebody typing away if and thens or me like modeling, a lot of the modeling process is not fun to look at least. It's just like, oh, I moved this pixel over here.
Yeah.
Like, it's irrelevant for anybody who cares. Like, it's just me making a thing.
Yeah.
And the fun parts are the beginning and the end. The middle is shit.
Yeah.
And whoever invents a way to like bypass the middle will literally get a kiss from me. But that is 90% of the process.
Yeah.
And I was just gonna say, like with me, it's like it's a little bit more interesting because you can see like how like whatever I get the model while I'm playing or doing it with. Like I could see maybe if I do more, we do more pouches. Yeah, I could probably share, but like some of the other stuff because I'm just waiting. Most of the time, it's like I get this stuff and I put physics to the armor and send it to Ghost. But it's
you want
like
me to make more pouches?
No.
No. Just
pouches. I'm gonna make pouches for beans.
Oh God, here we go.
Tactical bean holder.
Yeah.
2 hours. So that means like 2 hours.
Beans on the tactical. Put the beans on the plate carrier.
We only have a short bit of time before he turns into Mr. Hyde. Remember, he's like Jekyll, Mr. Hyde when it comes to making stuff. Like Thomas in the daytime, he's just normal, chill, relaxed like he is right now. After 1 a.m., he just suddenly goes full Mr. Hyde.
It's 8 p.m. here. You know how people put shotgun shells on their plate carrier? I'm going to put cans of beans.
But yeah.
To give you an idea, it's like we have such an unlimited amount of pouches that you can stack together where to make one pouch. And that was like the trouble. Is like when we were getting closer to to release, I was more focusing on the more important things. That there were some patch ideas I never got to do, so I might share that. But that's kind of it for that.
Yeah, no,
we
I
can
put
always
so
add
much
those in as we
random
go.
stuff. Yeah, when I was making stuff like full bore for the mod, which I'm still working on it, but I was looking for jobs at the time, so I was like literally waking up modding.
Yeah.
For like full-time job, waiting. They have not put all my stuff in, so I'm still working, and they still have stuff to put in. So
It's true. I literally had to be like, I am drowning in assets. I need help.
That was the point where it was like, oh yeah, I've made 7 different types of helmets with 40 skins. Ghost, you want to put it into the game? Like, it's just...
Oh god, it was painful. That was so painful.
my point is, I want to overload them with so many assets that we make Halo Reach look like it's made by like noobs,
amateurs.
Yes, that's the point. Because that's my bar. Like, his Halo Reach is my favorite customization system, and I was like, let's blow that fucking out of the water.
I mean,
Which I think we got pretty close.
I think we did.
We've already done it. You've got like maybe half.
I'm being
That's
modest.
not bad. like it just keeps going. So the fact that I have a real job 3D modeling now, and my work is slowed down, should not discourage people, because there's
a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of stuff. Like, you don't realize how many months I had where I was like, oh, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna model until midnight
and to give you
send it all to them.
Too, it's like when we got the second BTU in, that took a week
Yes,
to get all his textures. And he also had to spend like so much time
That's
fixing
not my
it too.
fault. But
that
is...
was it was worth it though.
I'm not an organic modeler, so like getting the clothes stuff in was hard, which now
You did
is
good,
annoying.
though.
It worked out, but the annoying part is now at my real job, there's a dude named Frank who would have been like, "Oh, if you just press these 3 buttons, it would have worked." And I was like, "That was 4 days of work." And
Ghost.
yeah.
Sorry, Thomas.
No, you go.
You good.
It's just me being like, "Oh yeah, I made a shit ton of stuff."
Yeah, it went on a rant.
He's kissing his own ass.
Yeah.
No, because if I were kissing my own ass, I'd be like, buy me things.
No.
This was free. I did it for free because I'm like, this is the best armor in games. Like, the Galac-Tac armor. Like,
now he's kissing his ass.
No, I was so...
Now he's now working his shaft.
No.
Yeah, he's working on that shaft, right? But yeah, what's
like? I knew I was okay at 3D modeling, and then you guys were like, "Hey, you want to come in and make literally your favorite mod?" And I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'll make the best helmets." Yeah,
yes,
right.
yes.
We'll
You make best helmets. You make best everything.
No. It's not my work. It's what I'm modeling.
Okay, so it's model Thomas's work. Yep, got it. Okay.
No.
Okay,
upside down, man.
Yes,
upside down, man. The fact that, god damn it, I'm not sucking my own dick. I'm saying that the Galac-Tac helmet is so cool that having the opportunity to model it for the I know we're not official, but we're the official Galac-Tac mod.
Yes, we are. Yes.
We're still waiting for that H&K endorsement.
Yeah, basically. It is true, though. Like, the real people were like, oh, yeah, we made the real Galac-Tac mod. Hey, do you want to make the 3D art for our mod? And I was like, I've used literally your mod for 2 years? Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I'll do it.
Yeah.
So I threw a whole bunch of art at the wall, and whatever they want to put in, they can put in.
I would also like to point out, too, that Thomas and I have an inside joke between me and him that I can't go into more details, but later on in the future, you'll understand how much Thomas hates me.
And a little bit of me.
Yeah. But, Nevermore, you had a question for Ghost.
Yeah. Will we ever get to learn more about NPC Ghost's past, or is he going to always be an enigma?
No, we have pretty fleshed out storyboards for all of our NPCs and all of our characters. So as the stories progress and we move into the DLC content, we'll learn more about each character's backstory, where they're from, as well as more about the organization as a whole, and not just this one regiment of them.
Mm-hmm.
So you will find out more about everyone as things progress.
Or we'll just be super fucking lazy and pull a Mass Effect Andromeda and make you read the book.
Yeah, pretty much. Kenshin.
Oh, that happened?
Yeah, dude.
I'll be back. I have to go let my dogs out, so I'm just gonna disconnect for a bit.
Yeah, all good. Ken asked the question: Are there plans to add on? Plans on adding in leg armor with customization, drop leg platforms on it too. I got a lecture from Space from this, so I'm not even gonna fucking say anything on this. Have fun.
Spade, do you want to take that one?
Oh, what the drop pieces on like the drop holsters and stuff?
Yeah.
No.
So the question is, are there plans adding in leg armor with the customizable drop leg platforms on them?
Kind of
Wait,
like.
does he mean by leg armor like the plate?
I think so.
If
Yeah.
you mean the plates, I don't know. I mean,
Okay.
honestly,
That's a good question.
Ghost would be able to answer that one.
I honestly thought he was talking about that leg thing that I had on my gear when I first.
You have those.
Yeah, but you had to go at me because I had one.
You had to go at you because you had it in airsoft. You weren't using it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But he means the plate armor like we see in the show, Ghost.
I mean,
Instead of the
maybe as
soft
like an homage or something to the Mandalorian or Easter egg or something. But I think keeping it somewhat modern tactical is kind of our niche and aesthetics is having that modern customization. So that modern tactical look to it rather than going full on Star Wars. You do have shin guards. They're part of the
BDU.
the Galac-Tac BDUs.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Okay.
Will we get more belt customization?
Yes. We can make more belt customizations whenever you want. I mean, if you dig into the files, there's a master set where it's got every piece of equipment set out in one NIF file, so you can move around the parts and you just have to reweight it to whatever part of the belt you've attached it to.
And you and I can even sit down and do it, because usually whenever we do a new NPC, I grab one of you guys and I'm like, okay, what do you want on your belt? Let's do it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Sorry. No. Off being said, is Ghost an actual ghost?
No, I am flesh and bone.
He is not a spooky boy.
No, he's
Yeah,
just
so
a very...
way with fighting he does it, souls.
Any more plans for So, Mr. Bean is asking any plans for more interaction with the BOS. So, without spoilers, we do have a storyboard in which the Brotherhood of Steel, the Enclave Remnants, and other factions will interact with the Guard. Once again, the main DLCs that you're going to be seeing and that we're going to be working on is going to follow the same spirit as what we did for Fallout 4, where you can beat the main campaign with our faction. So those are going to be the primary quest given to the faction to move that forward. To allow us to do that, we're going to be doing a lot of storytelling via side quests. We're going to be telling people's backgrounds and history via side quests. Interactions with those factions via side quests. So yeah, there will be some more interactions with just about every faction out there.
Except the Minutemen.
Yeah, fuck the Minutemen.
Yeah, because they're dead.
Yeah. And
Hey, Minutemen. Not
Kenshin-
an Armad, but they're not the worst. They're just
They're not the
bad.
worst. They're just poorly written, structured, executed, and
Hey,
designed.
General, here. I need you to build a settlement for me. You're my subordinate.
Right.
Kenshin asked the question: Can we get the soft and hard armor in VT blue?
I do not know what VT Blue is.
Vault-Tec.
Oh, Vault-Tec Blue. I don't see any reason
I'm not
why
against it.
Thomas couldn't set up some VT.
You even showed
armor
us.
sets.
You've just created a project for me to do this weekend. But
There you go.
You have a list of projects, sir, that we're all waiting on.
You say that, but I'm
There's
surprised.
a Trello with a list of those projects.
You say that, but I'll get to it when I get to it. I'm surprised I didn't make those already because I made all the different factions for the base.
And he's got some other stuff he's got to work on too, and I'm not going to be around here much longer to get to witness some of it.
Oh yeah, I'm making extendable penis armor, like King Henry VIII.
What's that famous Thomas line? Did Ghost say I have to do it?
Yeah, he has.
I'm surprised I didn't make Vault-Tec. I didn't think of that as a base faction.
Which the thing that was funny too is like I remember you sharing some guy who did he did his own Mando gear and he actually painted it in Vault-Tec, like in real life as a cosplay. I remember you sharing
that is a real thing I've seen. But
I was surprised you didn't do it too.
I've made it for some parts that we haven't shown, but I'm gonna go back and make it for the base armor.
Yeah, you did do a helmet that we haven't implemented yet that has the option for the Vault-Tec color scheme, but it was just the helmet. So it sounds like the people want a full option for the arms and helmets and chest pieces.
I've finally made a merged file for the arms. The arms are the hard part.
Yeah, because there's so many different variations.
Yes, but I have made a merged file for the arms, so I can finally just make skins for all the arms. That doesn't take 4 years.
That's
an amazing thing. I was like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I'm taking an entire day to make each arm segment. What if I just put them all in the same file and it took 2 hours total? Giant
big brain moment.
But I Vault-Tec's not specifically Vault-Tec, but your Vault color armor would be sick. I should make that. I'll make that. I'll probably do it tonight, to be honest.
Yeah, kind of like an homage to the armored Vault color suit from 3.
Take care of Ray.
Well, it's not even because I'm going to base the color patterns off of the actual undersuit.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because that's a 2-hour explanation.
Yeah.
I think the whole blue and yellow is really good. That's also my high school color, so that's in my heart.
Thomas, I think you need to just do like a TED talk, dude.
Yeah.
You know the classic helmet? I literally made a skin called Lancer. That's my high school.
Hey,
it's in there.
I have some logos I made a while back that I'm wondering if you guys would like, possibly for patches, if you like them.
If you have a black and white square, even if it's kind of close to that, send it to me. DM to me.
What now?
DM me the design.
Direct message him.
Yes, direct message.
Oh, okay. They're from when the novelty restaurants were kind of popular. Like, you remember Femboy Hooters?
Okay.
I have a bunch of them that I made.
So
here we go.
What I need, because this is a question of what's easier for who. What the final product? This is not what you have to send me, but the final product has to be a black square with a white shape, right? So if you send me something that's easy to change into that, that's good. But if you can send me a black square with a white shape, I can literally click and put it on things. It's 2 steps. I don't have to do Photoshop at all. It's a whole thing. It's do you have any Photoshop experience?
I have GIMP experience.
Okay, let's pretend the same thing.
He's never said he didn't hear that, so he doesn't.
I hate Adobe. I literally canceled my Adobe
like subscription recently because of the substance painter bullshit. But you know how masks work? Black is no, white is yes.
Yeah.
That's what I need. I need a square map of like where white is the object and black is no.
I would also like to point out, welcome back, Monkey.
He's been here for a minute.
Yeah,
he's been here for a while.
I know. I've been wanting to say something, but everyone kept talking, so I was like, I'll just say it when everyone shuts up. But yes. Ken just asked Thomas a question. I have a set of glow in the dark, googly eye patches I use as cat eyes. Would it be possible to add something like that in game?
Look, I'm all for memes.
Yeah. Yes, we know. Yes, we know.
Our patches are meme-tastic.
Our
Send me
armor.
a picture, DM it to me, and we can figure it out. But
I would like to post an example of one of my things real quick, if that's
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely. Go right
yeah.
ahead. Anyone else
Right.
got any questions?
Like, it's if it's great. Like, the problem is with like if somebody sends me a full color picture, isn't because I can't implement that. Is I want to be able to stamp it on things.
It's
So
in memes.
Okay, let's look.
Oh, gee whiz.
Oh my god.
Where's
SCP.
memes?
SCP Starbucks.
Hey, real quick, I just grabbed my
funny.
helmet. Thomas, I'm about to send you that picture of the back of my helmet with those googly eyes.
Here we
This
go.
guy has.
I like
those
that.
Fucking, his cat eyes are fucking glow in the dark googly eyes.
Starbucks.
I'm gonna remember that shit.
That's honestly a pretty easy asset to implement where I can put it on literally anything.
That sounds like something my older sister would have on her helmet.
Oh, it would be. Yeah, if there's
Oh my gosh.
PvP enable.
That's pretty epic. I enjoy the shit posting.
Out of curiosity.
I can wait. I can totally 100% make that into things we can just stamp on things. Do you want them at
No.
Do you want them as patches or do you want them as like things? Okay.
Tomboy Outback.
Oh wait, that's Shoes. That's Shoes' house.
No.
Fuck off.
What are you talking? You're not a tomboy?
Fuck off.
Oh no! No,
Hurry,
I
hurry.
a video game about Arby's. That's not good.
Oh Jesus! Not that! Not the Arby's! No.
I made Slenderman, but Arby's waifu for college.
remember
That
that
was a
shit.
real grade for a class in college. Okay.
That's all of them.
Thank God.
Yeah, there you
Hey,
go.
Thomas,
I'm not gonna lie, I expected
check your
more.
PM.
But
Yo,
yeah,
send that to
patches
me
is what
too,
I
bro.
was
I kind of want to
sorry.
see it.
I am curious to ask this question. Monkey,
You
but
have the Xbox system as I do as well. Wait, I think
Yes.
I'm pretty sure we have the same fucking pouch on the back. Was it from Amazon? I have one. Mine
Oh
was,
my God!
No, mine's the actual Xfog pouch.
Oh, I just got like a whatever. It doesn't matter.
Well, I bought mine directly from the guy that made them.
Yeah. I cut.
I
holes
got
out
mine
of
at
the,
Sirius.
I
Yeah,
got
no,
a
he was
pouch
at
for the back, and I cut holes out for the vents.
he was
Oops.
at Sirius Viking last year, and I went ahead and bought it from him.
Shoot, what you were saying about Monkey? What's going on? Let's,
Monkey,
try...
do you have any questions for us?
Oh, see if he has anything to
It's
say.
not.
Oh, he's hyping. He's hyping. Oh shit! Oh shit!
I'm gonna start. Oh, wait. For the patches. So the way our patches work, there's a right and a left set. What do you want to put together?
Drum
They have to
roll.
be that way. They have to be that way.
It doesn't necessarily mean when you're selecting them in game they have to be that way, but they share a texture. So, like for my purposes, I want to put them group them together.
People do shit for you.
Vodka, lots of
question. There you
fucking,
go.
lots of vodka, absolute vodka and
I
threats.
don't do vodka. Vodka is dangerous.
Vodka's disgusting. I fucking hate vodka.
Mead,
That's
vodka.
incorrect. Vodka's fine. It's dangerous.
Mead, vodka, threats, and the fact
shit.
that Ghost has all of our souls, and the fact that we're not real. We're just Ghost's imagination.
Real. They're all
Yeah, we're all voices in his head.
My cat was literally attacking my USB hub, so I may have lost my mic at any point in this entire conversation because he's like, "I'm gonna attack your microphone." Oh, there he goes. Okay.
But
you said cat or cow?
Yeah,
I heard
no,
cow.
I don't have a backyard.
No, he said cow.
A balcony. That's it.
Yeah, he's got a cow. He's like Arnold. He's got a cow and stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you're gone, my dude.
Yeah.
No,
You're not recovering from this, Thomas.
I'm already bad at enunciating. It's not.
All right.
No, that's just.
All right.
I would love to have a
But yeah, go for it. Go for it.
I was going to just tell Monkey, look, the fact of the matter is, we're not exactly like you've seen like Cascadia or Miami or any of the big mod project kind of teams. We're literally a group of friends just working on this fucking thing. I guess maybe that's what helps our.
Well, I wouldn't go as far as to call us friends, bro.
You're a fucking acquaintance to myself, honestly, Maticus. So we both share the same fucking name. So
Maticus is fired. All in favor of saying Maticus is fired, say aye. Aye.
out of the mod group.
Yeah, our friendship.
Unrelated. I'm gonna post some renders of a unrelated mod that Jump will work on.
Oh my god. But yeah, Monkey, like kind of like the show The Boys, we're literally that. We're just a bunch of fucking idiots somehow working together to a common goal.
Yeah.
How we get shit done is a fucking miracle.
Star Wars.
Also, I would like to point out to Monkey later on in the near future, I'm going to send you something and I'm going to require some help and you're going to yell at me a lot.
Sure he will.
Oh boy.
Also, these gas masks are unrelated to our mod, but some people in this group will help me put it in. And
Yes, of course.
somebody bought the 3D asset.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. I don't know.
Happy birthday to you.
My birthday is literally in November. It's not even close. But I made retextures based off of Overlord. So
Thomas?
Yes.
When's your birthday?
16th November.
I'll probably be in Kuwait by then, so I'll send you a happy birthday somehow when I get a signal out there.
Hey, you gonna do PT in Saddam's pool like my dad did like 10 years ago?
Maybe, I don't know, man.
My dad legit did PT in Saddam's pool.
Man.
Yeah.
Now
Hey,
my
Wolf.
cats are fucking eating wires.
Do you want to see a picture of the back of my helmet with it set up with the googly eyes?
Yeah, send it to me. I want to send it to my older sister. I want to show it to her.
But to answer your question, Monkey, abso-fucking-lutely, I had to. There was no really there was no really other way to to do what I needed to do. I needed to break literally everything.
Yeah.
But on the good side, it's easy to fix.
Mhm. But also
Going
the whole
back-
gas mask thing is going to be its own mod. But
Yeah, I mean, I think that's something that Thomas and Jump are working on, so that'll be a fun side project for them.
You want to put them in the gunners? I won't say no. Again, free art. I don't
This
care
is
what
true.
you do with it.
I think I've got some ideas for how we can use those later on down the road.
That's fine by
Yeah.
me. I've watched the fucking short film a billion times.
Dude, I'm actually friends with the director, Steven. Me and him hooked up through Instagram. He's a fucking cool dude.
Can you? I don't know who it is. Can you see if you can get a hold of one voice actor from that?
You just want to meet fucking Demolition Ranch.
I'll hit him up and see.
Oh, I had to find his name.
Operator Drewski. That's who
No,
it is.
I don't remember his name. I don't remember what operator he does.
Operator Drewski is just the younger brother of Demolition Ranch. He plays Squad. He's the best.
He's talking about the voice actor, not the physical actor.
Yeah,
it's
but
it's
I
different
mean,
people.
I'm just saying, if you get fucking Operator Drewski and you get on a first name basis and you don't tell him about me, I'm gonna be really mad.
I'm gonna generate clout for you, asshole. Generate your own clout.
You're really playing with fire there. You're trying to challenge.
You're challenging me. You mean I wouldn't make an entire faction and fucking squad for him? You're underestimating my power.
Alright. Hey, Wolf.
Yes.
The derpiness that's the back of my helmet has been sent to you.
I saw it. I saw.
Beautiful.
Oh, the googly eyes.
I think it'd been better if they were actual googly eyes, though. That would have been better. They actually actual like just free moving googly eyes.
I'm half tempted to do that, but these do glow in the dark, so I do use them as cat eyes when I'm in low light
That's what I'm saying. Is
environments.
like I'm saying if they could still glowed in the dark, but they were free moving.
We should collect more. We should collect more of this nonsense and then put it together and make a second accessory pack. Like you know how I have the
Jesus.
horn sounds. That's all one texture.
Holy crap! We have a 3-hour Q&A stream here, and we
Mhm.
have half the dev team with us.
Yeah.
And then like the last hours to send it into shit posting.
Yeah, I was just about to say, if there's no more questions, I think we're gonna call it here. Does anyone have any more questions?
Last call.
This is the absolute last call.
Complaints.
And yes, I will be making bottles of alcohol for myself in my forge.
Uh,
I mean, if somebody can explain the patch system a little bit better to me later, that would be great. I'm kind of, I drank a bit, so I'm kind of not super.
It's okay. We all do.
Okay,
Half the
okay.
shit that we come up with involves alcohol.
Let me.
Oh, that is true.
I will send you the template.
There you go. Hey, that's the best way to do it.
Ghost,
to be clear,
and Thomas, I want to donate like $50 to the mod. So if you can like send me a asset or something that you want,
Send it to Ghost. He'll look at things and then send it to me.
no,
and
I was
will be
gonna.
like,
I was gonna say pick something out. Limit is $50, and I'll go ahead and buy it to help with the mod.
That's still
That's something
Thank
that
you
we're
very
gonna have
much.
to sit down conversation though.
Yeah.
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 We'll do that
So-
off a stream conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
No, like I said, I just want to donate.
Yeah, no, definitely. We'll get to that in a bit here. Since there is no more questions, we're gonna call it here. Thank you everyone for joining us on this lovely Q&A. We do plan on
Just
doing
one more. Just before we go, Shu.
Yeah, what's up, man?
So obviously we do have a pretty big community now. We do have a lot of different users. We're close to 10,000 downloads of our mod, like unique downloads, which is absolutely fantastic. As we are moving forward, and once this next DLC that we are currently working on is released, we will be looking at Far Harbor and Nuka World as the next two locations that we're going to. The issue that we have starting to run into is coming up with unique and creative stories and content. So because of that, we are going to be opening up the floor to take suggestions for unique one-off kind of side quests that the player can be sent on and to go and do. So if you guys have suggestions for those style of unique missions, we'll be creating a new channel in which you guys can pitch ideas, and we'll go through them and kind of select what we'd like, and obviously we'd give you some writing credits for that as well on the release of those. But keep in mind they would be specific to Nuka World location and Far Harbor locations.
And try to go to locations that most people may have missed on their normal playthrough.
Yeah,
If you can.
You'll get bigger props for uniqueness.
Yeah, we
it's
definitely like
actually-
to utilize locations that the base game and base DLCs failed to utilize properly. Like Far Harbor is a great example. There's so many unmarked locations or locations that have markers to them but serve absolutely no purpose in the overall story. So we can recycle and reuse and utilize those locations. That would be great. And yes, we will be looking for voice actors to play unique NPCs in the way of quest givers or contractors to give out quests or to hire the guard to go do these missions. So we do, like I said, for each one of those DLC locations, we have like an overall storyboard of what we want to do and how we want to achieve, the end goal of solving the main mission and the main quest that the player is sent there to go and solve from the vanilla game, but using our faction. But to help fill in some of those lore and stories about the guard, we do take suggestions on some of those unique stories in which we can like rope into telling our own story, or just a unique mechanic or a unique mission objective. We can take a look at it, and I can see if I can make it possible on the technical side.
Yeah. Well, there you go, everyone. Anyone else want to add to the ending of this?
I just want to say one last thing too. Like one nice thing also that I enjoy about this community, especially too, is like with the voice acting. Don't stress out too much if you have an amazing mic. Like you hear our mics, for example.
We're looking at you, Dance.
You'll
basically,
probably see this in a couple of hours when he wakes up. He's going to be watching this.
Yeah, pretty much. But go on,
but
guys.
basically, there's no stress on that. Like we'll assist however we can to with the character if we pick you. Just FYI.
Yeah.
So don't be scared to ask if you haven't.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Yes, no, maybe so. Okay.
Gamers.
9.
Okay.
Gamers.
Okay, with that being said and done, thank you everyone for tuning in on this Q&A. We appreciate all your questions, and we look forward to hearing more questions in the near future. Yeah, we definitely are pleased to bring out all the content that we have had so far, and more. Yes, as Ghost mentioned earlier, we definitely will look forward to seeing those suggestions that you guys pop in. But yes, thank you for everyone for joining in. We appreciate it, and we will see you all in the next video, whenever the fuck that decides to happen.
Okay.
All right.
Farewell, everybody.
Take care, guys.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.